And here's the thing I keep coming back to. 42 goals and counting in 61 games at age 39 in a year where he broke his leg.
He could literally score 1,000 goals. He could hit 1,000.
Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast, brought to you by BetMGM. I am your host, Dan Powers. Sitting next to me, he wouldn't know class if he were sitting in a classroom. Once at a fancy dinner, he ordered an appetizer of the prosciutto and melon. Chris Powers.
As always, not my finest moment, Dan.
Nope.
I was young, and I know it was weird. Like, I know what that is, but I don't think I'd ever seen the word.
You've never seen it written out.
Yeah, and someone said they wanted it. It wasn't like I was like, I want this random thing. Like, somebody was like, please order that for me, and I was like, okay.
You know, I gotta say, I just sewered you, so I'll give you a little tire pump. You are one of, if not the smartest people I know personally.
Well,
and I don't think people know that. I think people see your persona and they go, remember that one guy? He was like, dude, Chris is the dumbest guy in the world on TikTok.
It's like, it must be pretty brutal being his girlfriend. You just have to have the most moronic conversations all day. And I was like, I have 2 patents.
I have a master's in electrical engineering, but they just think you're dumb because of the way you present.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like I'm sewering you again.
That's the beginning of most steps.
But yeah, you're the smartest guy I know personally, probably. And there are a few things in life where I'm like, when it comes to a level of intelligence where I'm like, I am better than this. And this goes into the story I just told. You suck at spelling.
Oh, I'm a terrible speller.
Which is huge for me.
I got that from Dad. Dad's a horrible
bad speller.
And so, dude, I'm
wow.
like, I have no idea.
I didn't know that about our father.
People are like, how do you spell this? And I'm like, dude.
You own it, though.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like me with directions. When someone's like this, how do I get here? And I'm like, this, brother. Yeah. I can't get from the bedroom to the bathroom without Google Maps. So don't ask me. And you are, like, when someone asks you to spell something, you're like, I have no idea. Don't ask me.
Yeah. Like, and the bad fact is you'd think when you see the word enough, the ones I don't know how to spell, I should just look up and learn.
Yeah.
Commit it to memory.
Yeah.
Like, this is how you spell that word. But I'm just like, nope, spell check will get it. And I think it's that. It's like the spell check and the autocorrect. I just get close and it just starts changing it for me. And I'm like, yeah, sounds good. And I'm not blaming Steve Jobs, but
he didn't help you.
He didn't help me. And I'm not blaming 9/11 either. But that certainly didn't help.
No chance. You definitely, I mean, like, they could have written out 9/11.
Yeah.
They didn't need to do the numbers.
Yeah, agree. Yeah.
And that's fucked up because that would have helped you.
Could have learned.
But, maybe not your proudest moment, but you're not looking at prosciutto that often.
Right.
And you're not in Italian
I got it
markets.
Down, dude. Now I got it down.
Yeah.
You ever catch me do that one?
Do you think you can spell it right now?
Oh, hell no. I just meant the pronunciation.
Try.
Dude.
I mean, I just sort of phonetically
but I don't know if you accurately phoneticed that.
Give it a shot. Prosciutto.
P.
Yep.
P-R.
Yep.
O.
Yeah. You're going to get this.
No, I'm not. S. C.
Yep.
I.
Yep.
O. Did I already say that?
No.
So that's wrong?
Keep going.
You said yes on every other one.
I gave you an empowered nod.
Yeah. T-O?
He got the second T, but you did get the O wrong. It's a U-T-T-O.
U-T-T-O.
Which was I was like, if he misses anything, it's going to be there. So pretty good.
Pretty good.
Do you like prosciutto?
Yes. But I think it's slightly overhyped. Slightly.
Really?
Yeah, people freak about it. And I'm
Do
like,
they?
Okay.
My next question was going to be, who's overhyping prosciutto?
That's like that's probably like the most popular cured meat.
No way.
Yeah.
No, salami is definitely higher.
Well, no, that's what I would like. I like that more. But I feel like when the prosciutto's at the store and it's fucking thin and you can see right through it, everybody's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's great, but there's no way prosciutto is finding itself on a charcuterie board more than salami. Salami is definitely the first one.
Because salami's the well. That's why it's on most of the boards. The prosciutto is top shelf.
It is classier.
That's what I'm saying. And I like salami more.
Well, that's okay. But I don't think that means it's overhyped. I think we're kind of saying the same thing here.
Maybe.
Not my finest moment. This is a question for both of you, if you'll allow me another one of these moments. I'm kind of going out to the listeners here. I'm going out on a limb. I'm going out to the public. It's a beautiful day here in Los Angeles. It's nice and sunny. It was nice and sunny yesterday. We were just in Florida where it was nice and sunny. Summer is here. It's arriving. And I would like to pose a question to the Gen Zers. Do I have your permission to do that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're a Gen
Yeah, speak
Zer.
to Wags, dude. Don't talk to me.
All right, here's my question to Gen Zers. I'm going to do this as cool as I can so I don't sound like a boomer. What socks are we wearing this summer, guys?
Dude.
What socks? Hey, putting on a pair of shorts, t-shirt, maybe a hat, going out to brunch. Maybe we're going to get a couple Mimos. Maybe a bottomless bloody situation.
Bottomless bloody over bottomless Mimo? Are you insane?
I didn't say I prefer one or the other.
Are you fucking batshit insane?
I didn't say I prefer one or the other. What socks am I putting on? I got a pair of sneaks. What kind of socks should I wear?
What are the options even?
I don't know.
Well,
I
what
just
do you
know
wear?
I remember getting blasted in the face like a Jackson Pollock with humiliation last summer when a Gen Z TikTok clown that we work with saw ankle socks on me and was like, "You wearing no shows, bro?" And I was like,
Yeah.
as if I just insulted his whole family. And I was like, yeah, I didn't know that was bad.
And
So
what do they want? They want mid-calf?
I don't know. That's
Yeah,
why I
yeah.
asked. What socks are we wearing?
I can't help, dude. I can't weigh in. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not looking at you. It's
Yeah.
just,
Let's ask Wags.
I want to create a safe space. And maybe you can help me, Wags. Fucking got
Am I
quiet over
considered
here.
a Gen Z?
I don't know.
What is Gen Z?
You
like
are.
what
Yeah.
year?
Oh, I don't
I was born in '98. I'm a '90s baby. Is that still Gen Z?
Dog. Yeah, you were definitely Gen Z.
I thought Gen Z was
He might be right on the borderline.
Gen Z is 97. It is for individuals
Yeah.
born from 97 to 2012.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you are
I
Gen
am
Z.
right on the border. of
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, he's a cusper.
Yeah.
I might be the worst person to ask because I do both. If I'm wearing like joggers, I'll
Yeah.
do no-show socks with running shoes or something. But if it's like
Show a little ankle.
sandals, I get dogged for this. When I wear sandals, I always wear socks.
Yeah. And you
Like-
and
Well, you
tall
wear
ones, too.
slides, right?
Yeah.
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 And then like mid-calves.
I
I've seen
think
them like
I
this.
think socks with slides is totally fine.
It is.
That's
a lot
like
of people say that's not fun.
I know. And they're fucking
yeah.
wrong.
I think they're wrong.
I would say, like the little Nike, not like high socks, but they're like the normal size ones, like the mid-raise, whatever. I would
yeah.
say those.
We need Lauren in here so bad.
But
Hold on.
But push them down. Do you know what I mean?
Push them down.
Not like down all the way.
All right, Lauren. For those who are unfamiliar, Lauren is the producer and a feature on the Playdate Pod.
That's right.
When
We
does it come out?
When does this come out?
When?
Our
This
pod?
will come out. But yeah, I'm talking about yours. But this will come out.
So
on
the people
Tuesday.
can know.
Our podcast comes out on Mondays and Wednesdays,
Wonderful.
twice a week. Yeah, it's been great.
So we're having a fashion discussion.
Okay.
And I often go to Lauren with fashion questions to make sure I'm not embarrassing myself. What kind of socks are we wearing this summer?
For men's or
Yeah.
Yeah,
women's?
with shorts.
Like
socks
if I put on
specifically.
a pair of shorts and a pair of sneakers,
Okay.
even like the Vans that I'm wearing.
Okay.
Shout out Anaheim Ducks. What kind of socks should I be wearing with these?
So I'm not a huge ankle socks fan. I
See?
don't know if I feel like with the shorts though it looks fine. I just don't like ankle socks. Like I do these guys.
Yeah.
So it's like a,
That's
Like a
mine, but
crew.
I can't find those in men's. Like the
but it's not a mid-high.
Halfway.
It's like a halfway down high.
Yeah, it's like a crew cut. I
Okay.
think is
So
what
we're
they call it.
covering the ankle these days.
Yes, we're covering the
And
ankle.
you want that in a dude. You want to see a dude with covered ankles and shorts on.
I don't know if I want to see a guy's ankle.
Well, my question is, like, if a guy's walking around with a pair of shorts on, and he has ankle socks and the ankle's hanging out, are you like, that doesn't look good?
It definitely depends on the rest of the outfit, but I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, wear what you're confident in. It doesn't.
Good. That's
It's like
good
who,
advice.
Who
That's good
cares
advice.
what other people think if you're
But
rocking
here's the
the
thing.
ankle socks?
We
It's
do
fine.
care.
Yeah.
We do care a lot about what the girls are thinking. So I don't care what I feel.
I just don't want to be
I'm
I'm an old in so many ways, and I don't want to be seen as an old.
And just to be clear,
I don't
Lauren,
I wouldn't
that
look at
that
either
Okay.
on a dude used to be an old.
It was
like
a
if
lame
a dude
move.
wore that out.
That's
I would
true.
be
I
like-
feel like
It was like a
yeah.
dad look.
I was
Dad
like,
thing,
oh my
yes,
god,
with the
that
New
guy, that kid
Balances.
covered his ankles with a sock at school, and he now has no friends. That's what used to happen, and
Yeah.
now you're telling me that it's back.
Well, I feel like with
My
your
ankle's
guys'
out.
No, but this is fine. I don't know. Like that looks good.
My ankle's kind of covered, but I've got pants on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think about that today. I was like, whatever, my
Yeah,
pants
right.
are going down to the shield.
So crew cut.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I think crew would look weird on guys though, because it's
Yeah, it
kind
might.
of short.
So what do you want?
Well, no, this
What
is good
do I
information.
want?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm trying to figure it out.
This is good information.
That's a big
I'm trying to
question,
figure
actually.
my life.
Be confident. I think the fit matters.
The
like
fi-
what?
it definitely
cover the ankles.
Yeah, definitely.
There are some cool crew cut socks
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But I think
like all
the
kinds of, like,
lesson here is we
fun
need to be
stuff,
open
you
to
know?
covering the ankle. Because that's not
Yeah,
something
Try
that-
it out.
I'm
Try
gonna try it
buy
out.
some tall ones.
See how it
and
feels.
Then, yeah.
What if it gets when is it too high? Like obviously, I don't want them to be in a knee high, but like,
Knee high.
but if it was like
Start
a
wearing
calf-
knee highs this
yeah.
summer, 2025.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I think
Well,
it's
just-
an age. I think it's an age thing. You guys are getting there, so
Yeah. So we
Oh
don't cover
yeah,
the
thanks,
ankles.
Wags.
What about
Us
what about
Gen
like a
Zers
mid
can wear
calf?
long socks.
That's okay.
I think that's a very sporty look.
Yeah.
That used to be a thing.
You don't want it too scrunched.
When I was in high school, it was like black mid calves.
Yeah.
With like Air Maxes.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't
Like, do
think.
you like that?
Okay. I don't know if I like crew on men's then, because
That's
that
fucked.
Right?
that
I think that
seems
looks
a little
daddy.
awkward for a man.
Not like daddy.
No, I
like
know.
daddish.
Yes, I know what you mean.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what to say anymore.
Yeah.
Like that is insane. Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know about that. I like my crew socks, but maybe not for the men.
I think
that is
objectively
completely
it looks
fucked.
better on women.
I think
The crew sock.
Yeah. Wait, are these ankle socks?
Yeah,
You guys are wearing?
yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
These are kind of high.
But like that looks fine. Like that goes with your outfit.
He's got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm so honored that you're.
We started. I was being very vulnerable, asking Gen Z what socks we're wearing this summer, and I was like, we got to get Lauren in here. So thank you for your service.
Yeah, that was
Absolutely.
great.
This is a journey that we'll all continue to figure out.
I'm so glad it's not crew. Yeah, like I'm not even sure I was willing to go there.
I honestly completely agree. I feel like if I were to step out like that, I would
Yeah.
feel
Like,
out of
no,
my
I
skin.
would
the
lose
whole
my
time.
confidence.
No,
That's
you.
what
And
happened.
that's breaking
yeah.
rule number one.
You gotta
Yep.
be comfortable.
All right, Lauren, thank you so much.
Wait, do you guys like call your listeners anything?
Ooh.
Because
really.
we have our playmates. So if
Yep.
there's any playmates also watching, let us know.
Yeah, actually,
Please
yes.
do,
Like,
yeah.
let us slide in. I need that crossover. Playmate listeners, slide into
There
our
has to be
DMs
some.
and let me
Yeah.
let me know what socks to wear because we got to figure this out. We might have to put a poll up.
Yeah, good
You
idea.
should.
Figure it out.
I don't know. This is such a good
I don't
question.
know. Maybe netheads.
I was gonna first that too,
Netheads.
but
Netheads is pretty.
You gotta
good.
just pick something and
Yeah,
go with
yeah.
it.
yeah, I'd be confident.
Yeah.
I mean, playmates. is
Confidence
just-
is all that really matters.
All right.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey,
Thanks,
thanks for
Lauren.
joining. This was educational.
Yeah, it was.
Beautiful.
Glad.
All right, you're the best.
Bye.
All right, let's get into some hockey talk, and we have the most exciting hockey talk of all time.
Wow.
He did it.
He fucking did it, dude.
Ovi did it. Breaks the record. Unbelievable stuff. Alexander Ovechkin away at UBS Arena against the New York Islanders. We called it out. Sorokin had never been scored on. Sure enough, Ovi gets there, gets a power play. You bet on it.
Come on.
Shout out CP. And he tucks it on a vintage Ovi catch release. Old school wrister, no look. Buries it. Seal slides. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, dude. It was they got pumped, right? I think they got pumped like 4-1.
Yeah. Yep.
But I had said, I think on a pod, sometimes when you get right up against those records, there's all of a sudden a gap. Home run hitters have it, where it's like, oh, you go a bunch of games without doing it because it's all you're thinking about. There was a version where coming in tied, this is all he was thinking about. You're forcing it. Everyone's trying to get you the puck. It's outrageous. No such thing at all. He had a tip, Dan. He had a tip in the second shift of the game, like 3 minutes in, that somehow clipped Sorokin's shoulder that I can't believe didn't go in. And as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, he's scoring today. Like, this is a non-issue, and he's popping one. And yes, I was financially invested in the power play, so obviously I wanted it. But I just think it was cooler that way anyway.
Yeah.
I just think it was sick that he popped over to the off wing, got a pass across, snapped one home.
It was awesome. I want to get into, before we get into all of the amazing elements of it, we had a listener reach out and sharp action, dude.
Yes.
Sharp action. Our friend here called and found that the stat that they were blasting all over the internet was not correct. Everyone was showing the stat, like NHL Network, NHL.com, ESPN, TNT. Everyone was showing this record when Ovi tied it against Chicago. They were like, Wayne did his in 1,487 games. Ovi did his in 1,486.
Yeah.
And that is wrong, folks.
Right.
What they were doing was showing Wayne's total games played. He has played 1,487 games. Wayne scored his last goal in 1479.
Yeah.
As in, not the year.
Yeah.
On the game total. So he scored his 894 in 1,479 games.
Then went 8 games without scoring.
Then went 8 games without scoring. So I do want to give Wayne his flowers. He did get 894 quicker than Ovi.
Yep. Which I think was cool. But then I would say now, though, Dan, they've played the exact same amount of games, and Ovi has one more.
Which is good.
Because if Ovi scored next game, you'd always be able to say, well, Wayne would have scored the next game too.
Yeah.
Or could have scored the next game too. So whatever. So it was an overreaction when he tied it, but now that he's got one more.
Yes.
In the exact same amount of games that Wayne played.
Yes.
Then that's.
So it is a cool fact that when Wayne had 894, he had done it in less games than when Ovi got 894.
Yeah.
But Wayne then did play 1487 games, which
amount.
Ovi has now played, and he has one more goal.
Yep.
So
it's
cool.
They both
got
get a piece of it. Yeah.
They both got a cool moment.
Yep.
And that was sick. Let's go to the tying goal first.
Okay.
I want to spend a lot of time on the Islanders game, but Blackhawks game. This goes into what you were talking about, dude. He got 3 away. What was the game before Chicago he scored in?
I'll check,
you can look that up. But he scored in the game against Chicago or before Chicago rather, to get 3 away from breaking it. Immediately after that, everyone was like, he's going to get a hat trick against Chicago and he's going to break it.
It was the 1 goal and a 5-1 loss to the Canes.
Yeah, there you go. The way that everyone, and listen, Chicago, it's one of the worst teams in the league. It's at home. Obviously, that was the narrative around it. People were like, he's going to get a hat trick because it's Chicago, because he's 3 away, and because it's Ovi. But the fact that was the narrative, that people were like, oh, because it's Ovi, he's obviously going to get a hat trick. Do you know how hard it is to score a hat trick in the NHL? And the fact that everyone was like this, he's going to get it. And then he went out and did it. I know he didn't get the hat trick, but you know what I mean. He scored 2 goals. He scored 2 regulation goals against the Blackhawks when he was 3 away from the all-time record. Like, it is crazy how from that Canes to Blackhawks to now Islanders game, everyone was like, Ovi's obviously scoring, and he obviously scored. I've never seen anything like the way it was just like, he's just going out and scoring at will. And there's an element of that Islanders game. You said that they got piss pumped, and they did. This team, they ain't playing hockey anymore. They are, for the last 3 or 4 games, they have just been like this, get over the puck. And I fucking love that so much because they have won the Met. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to see. And it's just crazy the fact that he is the age that he is. And even when everyone on the ice, his team and the opposing team knows all they're trying to do is get him to score, and he still does it, is insane. And it just adds into the fact that he is the greatest goal scorer of all time.
Dude, okay, I actually want to talk about that really quickly. So it is a testament to how good he is that, and you just said this, but that when clearly the only objective is to let him score, the fact that he can still score. Everyone, this isn't supposed to be able to happen.
Yeah.
And even I think they would agree, they haven't been playing the most sound hockey. They've been definitely trying to just get Ovi the puck. But so when a team is doing that, That's not supposed to work.
Yes.
You go,
Yes.
oh yeah, if you were just forcing a guy a puck and everyone knows it, they shouldn't be able to score. NHL teams should be able to stop that so easily. And in fact, there was a stretch in the Chicago game where in the box, one of the off wing, like the weak side D or wing on the PK was just shadowing Ovi so hard. And I heard people we were with, everybody being like, oh, come on, like give him some space.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like,
Me?
no, dude. I'm like, no, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you know they're passing there, just take that away. And then literally, Dan, they looked away for 1 second when he had already had one goal in that Chicago game. Like they get distracted and then it goes to Ovi, bang, goal. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that is why you should like just stand there, dude. It is
Yeah.
so insane that he even got that second off. Because I'm like, how did you fuck that up so badly if you're Chicago? Or if you're the goalies who are like, I know where this is going. I'm coming across it. Here comes the Ovi one-timer. And it's like, he's that good that everyone
Dude.
on earth is trying to stop him. And he just does the same fucking thing and scores.
Legitimately, CP, I feel like if I were an opposing team playing the Washington Capitals and they got a penalty, or they got a power play rather, I would be like, someone shadow Ovi and then just play 3-on-4.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, who cares?
100%.
Because so much of their power play is built around trying to get that to him on that wing. But if you're like, no, literally just stand next to him, dude.
It's wild.
I wonder how it would work. If you got rinsed and immediately scored on, you'd be like, okay, I mean, like this, the 4-on-3, there's too much space, it's not going to work. But ultimately, he's in the zone. He's taking up a huge part of the ice. And if you go, we're just taking away this whole side of the ice and this player,
Dude,
I wonder how it would look.
It would literally take Ovi going out of the zone and you following him for it to be the true 4-on-3 advantage.
Yes.
Which is what he should do. If someone was
Agree.
doing that, I'd be like, go stand at center.
I would literally skate. I would skate out until they'd be like, okay, and come back in, and then you sneak back
But
in.
no joke, that is how teams
Yeah.
should defend Washington on the power play in the playoffs.
Agree.
It's fucking insane.
Absolutely. He refused the empty netter.
Yes.
We talked about it in November. We reposted that. You smartly brought that up. What happens if the opportunity presents itself? It was cool watching that clip again.
Yeah. It was funny.
Because I liked how you were like, no, don't take it. Like, you got to score on a goalie.
Yep.
He is the all-time empty netters leader.
Yeah, already.
Shout out our king.
Yeah.
I said, you got to do it because of the fans,
Mm-hmm.
which when we were watching back that clip and I was like, no, you have to do it. I remember this was on Saturday. I remember slightly being like, Dan, you idiot. Like, this is a wrong take. But
Yeah.
then when I said the fans, I was like, oh no.
And it was at home too. Yeah.
That is the right take. You're at home.
No, I still think
Fans.
it
I'm
was
just
the
saying,
wrong take, but yeah.
I think this is what I was going to say. I think they're both right.
Mm-hmm.
This is not me backpedaling. Like, I genuinely think you're at home in your home barn with all of your home fans. All these people bought tickets being like, oh my God, not to mention the hat trick element. Breaking that record with a hat trick.
Someone said that in the comments. A Hattie at home.
A Hattie at home to break the record. Like, that is, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If it's an empty netter. That is iconic. So I think that's the right take. But I also think it's the right take of him being like, no,
I gotta score.
I want to score on a goal.
Yep.
So,
And he came back out, dude. Like, once they scored on the empty netter and then they put Spencer Knight back in because
Yeah.
they were up 2. And Ovi played that last 2 minutes and had one. Like, that one he rifled kind of like on edge puck that hit Knight in the shoulder. I was like, how the fuck did that not go, dude? That would have been insane.
So I'm sad he didn't do it, but I'm also like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. Goes to UBS, scores against the Islanders, does the seal slide. Do you think it was planned?
I couldn't tell. Like, he's such a wild man
Yeah.
that I believe it could have not been. That you're just like, he just scored and was like, wow, and then just like slid across the ice. But also the seal slide is so insane that it made part of me felt like I was like, you must have known you were going to do that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, you don't really see that very often in an NHL game.
Dude, I loved it. It was so
perfect.
him. Like,
Yeah,
the
it
fact
was
that his
perfect.
helmet kind of like falls
Yeah.
down a little bit.
Someone sprays him. Like, they're
Yeah.
trying to like get it. Like, I thought he was going to cut his face off.
It's absolutely perfect,
Yep.
dude. I thought it was so perfectly him. I loved every bit of it. The stopping the game
yeah.
was one of those moments where, first of all, when the bench unloads, I was like, yep.
Yep.
Then when all the Islanders players came over, I was like, this is sick.
Yep.
Like, such a cool, bigger than the game moment. But then they just stopped the game and
Yeah.
rolled out a literal carpet.
Yep.
And while I, looking at it, was like, oh yeah, of course. Like, you have to do this. It still felt crazy.
It was
It was
wild,
like
too.
second period, right?
Yes, middle of the second
Like
period.
second period. And you're like, oh shit, we're just like stopping this game completely.
People giving speeches. People giving speeches. People giving gifts.
Like, you got Wayno down there,
Yeah.
like Backstrom's coming out, Greener's out there. I was like, dude, this is crazy. It was awesome to see, though. But my question to you, how bad do you think in that moment Ovi just wanted a beer? How bad do you think he was like, dude, rinse this game? Just like,
been so sick.
Get me a beer. We're fucking out of here. This is over.
Dude, they were down too still, I think, or as well, I mean.
Yeah.
I think he might have, if you had said to him, you guys can just lose. Like the Islanders win 2-1. It's a rain out. Rain out, game's called.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he would have gone, fuck yes, dude. I'm so down.
Oh, yeah.
And the Islanders would too.
100%.
They'd be like, yeah, sounds good.
100%. And I find that so awesomely funny.
Dude, the Islanders are out, but if they were a little bit closer, I would have been a little annoyed about if this was like a tie. Let's say that was a 2-2
must-win game.
Yeah, and I'm like, dog.
Yeah.
Like I'm 1 point outside the playoffs. I have to win this fucking game.
Yeah.
This is fucking crazy.
Dude, it was just so, it's one of those things where, you know, I suppose if you're not a big hockey fan, you could see that moment and be like, what's happening right
Yeah.
now? And like I said, it was funny. It was objectively funny
Yep.
to see while you're in the middle of a game and you're like, this is hilarious. But had to happen. So glad it happened. And dude, what an insane moment. We've obviously been tracking this all year, but we have stuck to our guns, not calling anyone out, but you know, our friends in the media who've been like, oh no, like if it's next year, it's still sick. It'll be such a good buildup. Absolutely wrong. Yep. This had to happen. And the fact that this motherfucker did it with what, 4 or 5 games left?
Yeah.
Unbelievable, dude.
So sick.
I think it is so remarkable. You and I got into a discussion with some of our friends. We look at the graph chart, right? I'll do this for the cameras, but like the rudimentary graph chart of Wayne and Ovi's records are like Wayne, goal scoring. Started super high in his first year, went even higher, and then it dropped off. 70 games, 10 goals in his last year.
Yeah.
Ovi was never up here, but was kind of always right here.
Yep.
And I think the consistency
Is incredible.
is what's so incredible. But this winding back of the clock, we've been talking about it all season long, and it's so cool to see it come to this point and come to a close. The fact that this man has 42 goals and will score more, I would imagine, in these next 4 or so games, in a season when he broke his leg. In a season when he's 39 years old. It's just insane. Absolutely insane. You know, people say what you will about Wayno. He's the GOAT, no doubt about it. We don't even need to bring up his point totals, but just looking at Ovi at this age, you see all the funny Subway and Cheetos photos.
Yeah.
You see the beach volleyball photos. You hear the stories. And he comes out and he just does this. It's what Osh said, dude. If Ovi wants to do it, he'll do it. And he clearly came out this season and went, I'm breaking it this season.
Yeah.
And here he is. He broke his leg and he still did it.
Yeah, dude.
It's remarkable what this man has done.
Strome and Willie on the Apple, I thought was just so cool, especially for Willie, but just like, what an awesome moment. You saw Ovi being like, history to both of them. You know, like, that's sick. And then Carlson on the tying one. Like, just like perfect. Dude. I almost couldn't have drawn it up any better unless Osh had been in there. Like that, you know. That would have
Backstrom comes back.
Yeah, right. I thought those were really cool. What a fucking send they must have had last night. They don't play again until Thursday, dude.
Oh, dude.
Like, let me make sure that's right.
Yeah.
Their next game is fucking Thursday.
I mean,
like they have green light Sunday, green light Monday, green light Tuesday.
Osh
Like,
sent us a
kidding
photo of him and Devo with the boys, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Like that's why he broke it in that game, because he saw the green light, the 3 greens, the cascading greens ahead of him, dude. He's like,
can't even see in the distance, dude.
If I break it Thursday at home, yeah, cool in front of the crowd, but then we got to get on the road to Columbus and the fucking next day.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
I mean, they're still going right now.
They're in New York, dude.
You think they're skating today, dude? Fuck out of here.
I think he picked the party city. Like he was like, I'm going to break it in the city that would matter to me. So that was fucking epic.
Where do you see this guy now on the... I think we both don't have him on Mount Rushmore, and I know that there are some psycho fans who are pulling their hair out here and that, but like, how much does this alone, this season alone, this record alone, because we talk about where he is. If he's not on your Mount Rushmore, which he's not for either of us, where is he? Is he top 20? I mean, certainly I would hope, but is he top 15? Is he top 10? Is he top 8? Because like, this is an undeniable record.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is actually. It's because I was going to say what gets tricky is once you pass some like Mount Rushmore, like just legends.
Yeah.
there you start kind of getting in a little bit of a like guys that I think are better than him, but maybe like a Datsuk, but don't have the accolades or anything. Like Datsuk never even
like
had
what did you achieve?
Yeah, where I'm like, oh, and Datsuk's got some cups, but I'm kind of like, well, Datsuk's better at hockey than Ovechkin. Yeah. And I'm sure there are people who are like, well, I don't give a fuck. He did what he did. And, like,
And there are some who are like, that's not true.
yeah,
And
there's some that are like, that's not true.
Yeah.
And there are some that are like, doesn't matter, especially if Ovi gets a second cup. Did Datsuk get 3 or 2?
2.
2, yeah. And then it's like,
I think 2. I'll look that up.
But then it's like, well, dude, Ovi has more goals than he's the greatest. And I'm screaming, he's the greatest goal scorer of all time, even before he did this, right? Like,
Yeah.
it was if he had dropped dead with fucking 800, it would have been like a Tiger Jack thing to me, where I'm like, whatever, he's better at goal scoring. So that is a valuable thing. Like,
Yeah.
you are the greatest goal scorer of all time. So it's hard for me to be like, well, there's so many people better than you.
Yeah, and it's interesting, dude, because you look at the goal scoring.
Yep.
And like we said, in the literal, at this moment, exact same amount of games played in the NHL as Wayne, he has one more.
One more. He's the greatest goal scorer of all time.
So, and there were a lot of people, I think, who thought would Yager himself and play to like 45 and slowly break it.
Yep.
But I'm like, no, he literally broke it
in the same amount of time.
in the same amount of time.
And we went back
and
and
that is
forth.
so big, dude. Like
Oh
that
my
is
God,
so
dude.
big for his all-time ranking
Yep.
record. And it's just it is a true testament to how insane he has been and the way he's changed the game. That's one of those big conversations is like, what have you done for the game? And he has certainly done a lot.
Dude, and I'll be curious. We talked about this off air a little bit because I did the math the other day because I was curious. Through their first 8 seasons, Matthews is 20 goals behind him,
Yeah.
which is like, or maybe it's like 22 or something, but like that is nothing really. And I feel like we are entering and dude, is Matthews going to produce like this for 20 years? Fucking God knows. But I feel we are entering an era where scoring is up and up and up, where Jamie Benn's not leading the league with 80 fucking points.
Yeah.
150 points is going to become
For sure.
reasonably regular.
For sure.
So I'm like, if Austin Matthews does have longevity, like he could be like, yeah, I scored 50 goals a year.
Yeah.
And I broke this. So it's like it'll be crazy to watch is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's an era defined thing in a way.
I feel like so many people are being reactionary, and we'll get into some of that in a minute. I feel as though, looking at how this happened, my pick would be that Austin's not going to do it.
I think same.
And I just love, especially when you look at it, the comparative element of it. I think it is so awesome that this guy has just scored 40 plus goals at 39 years old.
It's amazing, dude. It's
fucking
amazing.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. Let's talk about Wayne and his reaction. You kind of called out when Wayne, even on the tie, when Wayne was interviewed, when he was talking about it, it did seem like Wayne was a little
Yep.
butthurt. And I always hate that. Like, I hate that he's even there. I'm like, don't do this to this man, dude. Like, one of his unthinkable NHL records was just broken. Like, I don't need a camera
While he
in
was
his
alive.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of his
Dude,
response to everything?
before I even answer that, because I know you talked about this on Hockey Talk, but I did just want to bring up the number 8 retired league-wide thing.
Oh, yeah. I was going to get to that in a minute. But
Okay, yeah.
No,
which
but
is
let's
which
do
is
it.
just going around. I really don't like that take. It's just there. You said this, but it's like there are guys, legends that have played this game that wore 8 that are retired by teams that I don't want there to be another 8 up. That's like, well, they had this guy, but then also that's OV. And I just, well, you know what? I'll own this. I said this to you at home.
Yeah.
I go, Cale Makar is literally better than Ovechkin and like will be remembered better than Ovechkin. And he wears 8. So like, what are we going to retire 8 league wide for Ovi? And then when Cale retires, be like, okay, so actually there was a better 8.
Dude.
And maybe I'll get roasted for that take, but I'm telling you, like, I legitimately think Cale Makar is better at hockey than Ovechkin.
Yeah.
So
Listen, man, I completely agree with your take. And I also want to say, and that's okay. It's not insulting.
Yeah.
It's people are being way too reactionary. I want to use the word silly here and not be insulting and say like, it's a stupid, like everyone calm down. We don't need to be rude, but it's a silly idea. And I was frankly shocked to hear some people be like, I think that number should be retired. because it's just so reactionary. Looking at it from the most simple of terms, 8 is too popular of a number.
Yeah.
Like 8 is retired in other franchises for iconic players for their franchise. Cam Neely for the Boston Bruins. Like, you're going to retire 8 league-wide now and have people come up being Bruins fans and be like, oh, 8 is retired for Cam, but it's also retired for Alexander Ovechkin. Why? And they're like, because he has more goals than anyone else.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, okay, who has more assists than anyone else? And like, who has more this than anyone else? Who has more that? I think people need to understand that, you know, Jackie Robinson is retired league-wide for a very clear reason. Yeah. It was a monumental thing for the game of baseball, and humans should be retired. Wayne is retired league-wide because look at the record books.
Yeah.
He changed the game of hockey. He popularized the game of hockey. He brought hockey to fame on the West Coast. He has every record in the record books now, one less. But also, I know this sounds stupid. I promise you guys, it was an easier decision to retire 99 league-wide because 99 is so unique of a number.
It was iconically him.
Yes.
It wasn't just a fucking number.
When Wayne was playing, guys, people were wearing numbers 1 to 30.
Yeah.
Like, it was weird for guys to wear super high numbers back then. That is a part, I'm not saying it's the only reason, but it was part of the reason. So now, when everyone's wearing all these numbers, like 8 is just, Cale wears 8, Doughty wears 8. Yeah. There are too many people who wear 8. And, you know, we talk about it. We have Sid on our Mount Rushmore. He doesn't have the goal record, but he's got some other records. He has most consecutive point per game. Like, are we retiring 87? And I know there's some people who are like, yes, retire both. And I'm just like, no, guys. You retire their numbers in Pittsburgh and Washington, and that's obvious.
That's where they belong to be retired.
They will then be in the Hall of Fame. They will be on the list of the top 20, 10, whatever players of all time, as they should be. But we don't need to retire their numbers league-wide. And that is okay. It's not insulting, and it's not discrediting what they have done.
Correct. To answer your Wayne stuff, yes. When he tied, even kind of the build-up to the ties, there was a few, you know, he's always telling that Gordie Howe story about he was embarrassed and everything, and there were a few where I was like, dude, he's like, yep, this is okay. And dude, to be very clear, by the way, I actually hope deep down Wayne is pissed. I don't want him to admit that to anybody in public other than his family, but I legitimately hope that truly deep down he goes, damn. Not that and I think it's great for the game and all that stuff,
Definitely.
but I legitimately hope as a competitor, he's like, fuck that. I wish I had that record.
Yeah.
I wish I never got to see that get broken. And I'm sure he might be like, no, it's a beautiful thing, but I'm like, no, dude, that's how I'd feel.
But I think it's both.
Yep.
I think you're so right, Chris. Like, it's, to me, that is not only the response I bet he has, but it's the one I hope he has.
Yeah.
It's okay to be like, fuck, I mean, I liked having it.
Yeah.
I'm glad the game's growing, and I know that he loves Ovi, and I know Ovi loves him, and you're happy for your buddy who you know were a mentor to in ways, and you watched come up and play. But you should be like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I liked having that. I like being the greatest goal scorer of all time.
Yes.
So I don't think that it's a problem at all if he feels both ways. In fact, I hope he does. And that's why I said earlier, I hate that they put cameras in these guys' faces in these moments, because I'm like, don't fucking put him on the spot like this.
Exactly. So I don't totally blame him, but on Sunday, he was all class.
Yeah.
Janet came out, they had gifts. It was great presentation, great speech. I really liked that. And I want to say, dude, I caught this actually on the plane before we landed with the TNT crew was doing their thing, and Wayno came on, and Bones joined, and he said something to Wayne. I'm not going to get the quote right exactly, but he said, his question was like, Wayne, I'm dating us, but we played in the wide open, high flying 80s, or, you know, that's when you were there. And talk about how much of a challenge it's been for Alex to do what he's done to hunt down this record with the goalie equipment changing and all that stuff, which Wayne gets all the time. And we talk about, and every hockey outlet talks about all the time. Wayne scored all those goals on plumbers. Like, look what Alex did. And Wayne said, he admitted that, of course. He was like, yep, fair enough. But I just thought, and you could take this as salt too, but I thought this was such a good response. He goes, I would like to say, though, keep in mind, I would love to have played 3-on-3 overtime and have automatic ozone draws on the power play and have guys not being able to literally shadow me all game and just hook and grab and claw me with no calls.
Yeah.
And again, if you want to take that as a little salty, whatever. But for me, I was like, actually, fantastic point. Wayne Gretzky in a 3-on-3 every time a regular season game went to overtime. Wayne Gretzky with no clutch and grab, where
Yeah.
people are wheeling through the neutral zone this year. So yeah, like Alex is shooting on way better goalies with more structure and better equipment and everything. But I don't accept that argument so one-sided.
Perfectly said. I was about to say it's give and take.
Yep.
Because, yeah, you look at the Wayne stats. I was doing this today. I said recently, I don't respect Mario enough.
I know.
I just, like, I was so obsessed with Wayne and Bobby that I was always like, whatever, dude, Mario Lemieux, fuck off. But, like, he's goated.
Yep.
But then you do watch the highlights and you're like, damn, the game was way slower.
Yep.
Like, these goalies are wearing, some of them wearing no masks, and then the rest of them are wearing the plaster masks, and you're like, I don't know if, like, you look at the clip of these guys playing, I'm like, you put exactly that speed and ability in today's game. Are they scoring that many goals? But it's just not fair to do that because you add in those things, 3v3, the ozone draws, he would have more goals. And then I also think the other thing that goes both ways is, like, you got to remember, yes, shooting on goalies with worse equipment, weren't doing the butterfly, but don't forget that they're wearing 25-pound boots. They're using a 20-pound wooden twig for half their
Also,
careers.
great point, Dan.
Like, those are factors too. Like, you put a wooden twig in these guys' hands today, some of these boys in the league couldn't even fucking lift the thing. So it does go both ways. It's important to think about that stuff.
Pausing the pod to tell you about an epic promotion that BetMGM has running, and they're doing it every Wednesday. They're doing it literally every Wednesday, and you're missing out every Wednesday, which is craziness, which is absolutely insane. And it's the second chance promotion, okay? If you bet on someone to be the first goal scorer in a game, and then they score first, wow, you are a genius. Take that money and run. If they don't score first, but they score second, you get your stake back in cash. You get your stake back in cash every single Wednesday if you miss that first goal score. It's insane. I need you taking advantage of it. And when you get that BetMGM app, when you download it, and you use that promo code NETTERS, that's NETTERS, you can win up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your first bet loses, okay? So bet on a first goal scorer on Wednesday. Go like this. Oh, he's first goal scorer. I win. Oh, he's second goal scorer. I get my stake back in cash. Oh, he didn't be first goal scorer. I lose. Well, no worries. I get $1,500 in bonus bets because I use promo code NETTERS. Come on. Outrageous stuff from BetMGM, and I need you involved. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY for New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 for Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP for Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF for Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 for Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
We're talking about goals. We're talking about points and streaks. Pasta. We deaded him.
Yes.
Like last week on possibly getting 100 points. It looks like he might do it.
Dude, it was just cool. Like we just talked about, watching Ovi be like, I'm going to score, and then just scoring whenever he wanted. A week ago, we said, damn, what a bummer that Pasta's not going to get 100 points. And the reason that was cool for the listeners, if you don't remember last time, he was looking to become only the third Bruin ever, which is kind of a crazy stat, to have 3 straight 100-point seasons. Or had 6 straight. And 2 of those, he led the entire league in points, which is a fucking shit show. Espo had 6 100-point seasons, but only 5 in a row. And the season he missed in between, it was like 100 points, missed, and then 5 in a row.
Yeah.
The one he missed, he had 99.
Insane.
Pasta had 113, 110, and is currently at 97 with 4 games left. But, dude, a week ago, he was cooked. And then he's on a 6-game point streak, had 5 points in a hattie against Carolina 2 nights ago, 3 apples last night against Buffalo. And it genuinely feels like to me, Dan, he went like this, fuck that, I'm getting 100 points. Like, we suck, we're going to lose every game, but I will be getting 100 points.
Yeah.
So,
it's definitely on his mind.
Yeah.
We talk to guys all the time. Guys come on the show. We talk to them socially, and they're like, yeah, I'm aware. Like, people know. And that's not selfish. It's good. It's good benchmarks to have for yourself. Going back to you saying crazy that the Bruins only have 2, 3 straight. I have felt that way all the time, and then I think about it more, and I'm like, I don't think it's crazy at all. There's a lot of franchises who have like 100-point scorer or 0.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really aware of that until semi-recently. And when you think about it, the 100-plus point guys are usually the same guys. It's the same collection of a couple dozen, 3 dozen or so who have hit 100 points in a season. So when you think about it, it's like, is it that crazy that one franchise has only had 2 or 3 of those guys? No, it's not crazy at all, right?
Yeah, it's hard to find that exact stat.
It's like off the top of my head, thinking about like the Penguins, for example. It's like who has 100 points multiple times? It's Mario, it's Sid, but like not consecutively all the time.
Yeah, in
and
a row is
Jágr.
tricky.
And it's like,
But like,
okay,
the Oilers must have a ton.
they must have like 4.
Yeah.
Like Wayne, I guess Mess did it too, Curry, and now
like
these
Coffee,
two.
I bet even.
Yeah, but, maybe not. I
Let me
I
look at
doubt
that.
Koff.
Let me
I
look
doubt
at that.
Koff had like more. Did he have
Consecutive-
3 in a
I
row?
don't know. Let's see.
But either way, that's like one. We've named one team.
Yeah, he had 3 in a row for Edmonton, and then only 2 in a row for Pitt later with a 93.
And like not only 2, like that's
Yeah, he's
absurd for a
dog,
defenseman.
dude. He's a dog. So yeah, that is interesting. And Dan, this is cool. This is what I did find while I quickly looked that up. The 70-71 Bruins, the 82-83 Oilers, the 83-84 Oilers, the 85-86 Oilers, and the 92-93 Penguins are the only teams ever to have 400-point scorers
At the same time
in a season.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
That'll never happen again.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
here. I'm
probably
calling it.
right,
I'm here to
dude.
call it right now.
That's
That'll
actually
never happen again.
fucked, Dan. You're probably right.
That's absurd. But on pasta, I've said it before. I'll say it again, dude. I think that there is a world where pasta is the most skilled Boston Bruin of all time.
Yeah.
Skilled.
Yep. I still think Bobby, but I hear your argument.
Yeah, it's Bobby for me too, probably. But like it's like I said, I always love saying there's an argument. And,
yeah.
You know, it's obviously a very, very different game. But like Jesus Christ, man, like he's absurd.
Yeah.
And I do think, in particular, these past 2 seasons, the guy he's got 40, 50 points more than the next guy. He's fucking absurd.
Dude, it was sick not to bring everything back to Sid, but it was sick that Pasta was like nearing 100 but wasn't going to get it, and was nearing 40 tucks but wasn't going to get it. And then he was like, Hattie, I have 40, also I'm getting it 100 now.
Yeah.
And the other night, Sid scored for his like 28th. It was like the first goal of the game. I was game casting the first period, and I was like, God, it'd be sick if Sid got 30 this year. I'd just be happy for him. And then I refreshed that game, and it was like Sid Hattie 30.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Whoops.
like, yeah, dude, don't care.
Another guy chasing 100, Marner, dude.
Dude has had a 97 and a 99 in his career. He's at 94 with 6 games left. Want to hear the 6 games?
Yeah.
At Cats,
Who are
suck.
tanking.
Yeah. At Bolts,
Nope.
versus Habs, at Canes, at Sabres, versus Wings.
Oop.
He
He
needs
could do
6 and 6. You think he does it?
6 points. I mean, do I think he does it? No.
Really?
Do I think he absolutely could? Yes.
I'm going, yeah.
I just think Toronto is not in this selfish puck
no, they're
phase.
not.
Like
yeah.
it's
Green Bay
weird.
probably won't let him down.
Yeah,
he
like-
gets to 99. He's like, you sit your ass down. dude.
Yeah. It's like they're chasing they're doing everything they can to chase the cup this year, and they need to finish first, or maybe not, because now are they going to play Ottawa? Like, I don't know what's happening,
Yeah,
but
right, dude. Yeah, you
it's-
want to get jumped by the Lightning, play Florida. They
yeah,
suck.
legitimately play Florida, dude.
Dude, we've been all wrong this whole time.
It's fucking crazy. So I don't think it's going to be a get Marner his cookies vibe. So I when I say I don't think he does it, I'm looking at it from a perspective of this is not high on their priority list. But I have been at the front lines many times of defending Mitch Marner and how unbelievable of a player he is. And now,
The regular season.
even if he gets 100 or not, the fact that he has a 97, 99, and at least a 94 in his career, and people are like this, he's not that good. I'm like,
Come on.
okay, I
Come
don't
on.
know. And
He's
he's
actually
also,
been- he
he's
hasn't
also a
been
Selke guy.
I know. He hasn't even been that bad in the playoffs.
It's
dude.
absolutely absurd, dude. Going into some goalie talk, dude.
Yeah, I wanted to take you through something here because there's been so much heli hype.
Yep. Deserved.
Oh, my God. Extremely
Shout
deserved.
out to our Winnipeg fan listeners. Like, deserved.
And he absolutely should and will win the Vezina, in my opinion. And this is changing a lot. But as of this morning, I just thought this was cool. Goals against in the league. Darcy Kemper, 203. Connor Hellebuck, 204. Vasi, 216.
Yeah, and I bet in Vasi's last 20 games, that's probably like 184. Like, he's absurd.
Save percentage, Hellebuck, 924. I want to throw love to Stolarz because he's here too. Stolarz, 922. So Hellebuck, 924. Stolarz, 922. Vasi, 922. Kemper, 922.
Yeah.
And then shutouts, which I thought was a bloodbath.
It's
So
not.
I was like, Heli has 7, but it's Heli 7, Vasi 6, Kemper 5.
Yeah.
The real separator is wins. Heli 43, Vasi 36, Kemper 28.
Yep.
Win way less starts. Obviously, his win percentage is pretty similar, but he just starts way
Yep.
less.
Yep.
So yeah, dude, I don't I love our Jets fans. I love these Jets. I don't want to take any love away from Hellebuck. Again, he will win the Vezina.
Want that to be very clear.
Yeah, but I really want to show some love on Kemper because at the start of this season, I was really bummed that the Kings didn't do more at goalie because it felt like that has been a hindrance to them the last few years, especially in that Edmonton series. And then when Dewey was hurt, we were hanging out, having some beers before because he couldn't travel and he was on his fucking scooter. Yeah. And I kind of was busting his balls. And I was like, dude, I just wish you guys had done a little bit more in that department. And he was like, watch your mouth, dude. I've played with him on Canada teams, and we played with him in the preseason. And, dude, he is a dog. He is a gamer. And if we get the best version of him, then we did solve everything you were concerned with, we solved. And God damn it, dude, if he wasn't spot on. And we'll see in playoffs. Obviously, if he lays an egg in the playoffs and they get pumped by Edmonton, then, like, it doesn't really matter. But
no, he's nasty, dude.
Fucking hell of a season, and will be a Vezina finalist, probably.
And as I said, dude, he is a Stanley Cup winner.
Yeah.
Like, that is so much for me. And I'm like, how many times did that Chicago team win cups? And people were like, Corey Crawford's not good.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, he wins cups, dude.
Yeah,
so
got the job done.
I think he is, he's been a revelation, and we've said it before. We'll say it again. Maybe the greatest trade for both parties in NHL history. Yep. And like the Caps, they were able to get Logan who's been unbelievable for them, but they were like, yep, we need another center here. And look at our boy, PL, just playing so well with them.
It's so sick that they were like, the Caps were like, we're willing to trade Kemper because Lindgren's our guy. And then they bring in Logan and like, oh, actually, Logan's disgusting.
And PL's great.
Yeah. And then the last thing too, Dan, like you just said, Vasi climbing these charts, he isn't going to do enough because I don't think he'll get the goals against close enough. And the wins is 7. It's too many. I don't think he'll do enough to steal the Vezina, no matter how hot he finishes.
Yeah.
But dude, we said this offline. Be aware. Be very wary of playoff Vasi. And re-entering the chat, dude, because like if he shows up for playoffs and is peak Vasilevsky and Tampa's playing as well as they are, I'm like, oh shit, that like they are obviously great teams, but that's how they won those cups,
dude. And like let's eliminate the Blues because they are a bunch of small aliens who have stolen the talent of superstars, and they are officially the Monstars right now.
Yeah.
But last 10 to 20 games, I'm not sure there's someone more dangerous looking than Tampa.
Yep.
And so much of it is him.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
So watch out for those hot goalies down the stretch here because we've seen that make massive differences in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I like where we're headed on a couple of these guys.
Talking about goal scoring, we can't go much further. We've alluded to him a couple times in this episode. Cale Makar gets 30.
So sick.
So sick. First defenseman to do it since Mike Green in 08-09. Ninth defenseman ever to do it. Cale has had 29 before in his career. Now he has 30.
Yep.
Dude, it's so
30
crazy.
goals from a defenseman.
It's so crazy when you talk about, too. I mean, look at over in Washington. Chick has, what does he have, 22 now or something like that? Yeah. But it's so cool seeing defensemen score like this. But we have so many conversations on this show and in the NHL space about, Quinn, Cale, some of the other guys. And we've said so many times it's not I love Quinn. I can't say that enough. Cale is just really he's in a league of his own.
Yep.
And we have friends in the league who very passionately say Cale is the best player in the NHL. And you see stuff like this and you're like, oh shit, yeah, he might be. And it's just crazy watching what he does.
9th defenseman ever, as we said. It's happened 18 times.
He has 91 points, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
He is a defenseman.
Mike Green did. I want to shout out Mike Green because he's the last one to do it, like you said, 08-09, 31 in 68, which is fucking sick.
I mean, that's absurd.
68 games. Dan, who do you think has done it the most times as a defenseman, over 30?
Bobby?
Yes, 5 times.
Yep.
Who do you think's second?
Ray?
No, Ray only once. 31 goals in 83-84.
Paul?
Paul Coffey 4 times. Dennis Potvin 3 times.
Let's go.
Dude, tell me if you know the amount of goals, most goals ever scored in a single season by a defenseman. It was Paul.
It was Paul?
Yeah.
I probably would have guessed Paul. Actually, no, I probably would have guessed Bobby.
And it only beat Bobby by 2.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it was pretty close.
50.
48. Dude, 48 tucks.
I'm so glad it's not 50 because I would have been like, Jesus Christ.
But Dan, Bobby Orr,
Can you imagine watching that season?
48
When Paul
goals.
Coffey's just scoring at will.
Like, what are you doing, dude?
Shout out Coffee family. We love you guys.
Yeah.
But that must have been nutso watching that.
40 goals.
Being like, this Coffee scored again, dude.
So it's been over 43 times. Paul Coffey 48, Bobby Orr 46, and Paul Coffey 40. And Dan, but listen to this, dude. From 69, 70, 70, 71, 71, 72, 73, 74, 74, 75.
Yeah.
5 years, Bobby Orr scored 185 goals. 46, 32, 37, 37, 33, 5 years in a row.
Dude, the end-to-end machine, brother.
Dude, can you
End-to-end
imagine
machine.
getting a consistent,
Collect the puck
a
at-
consistent average 37.
Yeah.
37 from your defenseman for 5 years.
Yeah. It's pretty sick, dude. Good to rely on. Collect the puck behind your net. Don't stop till you score.
Dude, it's
That is
fucking
the method
insane.
of Mr. Bobby Orr. Unbelievable.
Cale Bobby Orr reborn, dude. It's fun to watch.
Fun to watch. Let's go to another fun to watch defenseman. You wanted to give me a little treat here with
Yep,
Lane.
I just thought this was so sick. I found this randomly pulling some stats. It's not even a segment. I just knew this would fire you up. Lane Hudson, your rookie of the year. Has he broken Sid's assist record? Not yet, I don't think, but he's got a chance at it. Lane Hudson, pumping in points, assist machine. He was a minus 20 on the year. Who cares? Max a minus $1 billion.
I care.
But I know, but whatever. Lane was a minus 20 when we broke for Four Nations and is now a minus 2.
Yeah, they're buzzing.
And has been on the ice for 13 empty netters. So think about what Osh was telling when you're just like getting rinsed on.
Yeah,
You're like, God
sucks.
damn it, dude. Been on the ice for 13 of those and went from a minus 20 to a minus 2 since Four Nations, dude. That's fucking sick work.
I know. It's absolutely ridiculous. He's got 6 goals, 58 assists for 64 points on the season in 77 games.
How many assists did Sid have?
I believe he had 62.
He had 63.
63.
So he needs
Okay.
5 more assists. How many games they got?
I think they've got 5 games left, 4 games left.
Could do it.
I think it's 5.
Could do it for sure. I mean, he gets 3 a game, bro. They have 5.
Yeah. I mean, that's fucking easy work.
Dude,
for
he'll
him.
do it. He'll do it tomorrow.
The way they're playing, that's
Yeah,
easy
he'll
work.
do it
for him.
tomorrow.
But I think that's crucial, dude. I mean, a lot of guys have sort of shit on the Habs with their run. Like people, we keep talking about things like, I think I saw someone on Twitter. We're saying, we want them in the playoffs over the Rangers. We want them to. Oh my gosh, what if they play Toronto? And someone was like, dude, this team is a minus 20 goal diff. They fucking stink. Stop acting like they deserve to be in the play. They do deserve to be in the playoffs.
Yep.
They are more fun. But I think the bigger one is that number is changing, and you're seeing it with with Lane. Like you see Lane's plus minus getting so much better. That goal diff is getting so much better as well.
Yep.
But I mean, what a special fucking player.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
we said it last week. The Calder race is over, and the kid is. It's the confidence thing.
Yes, dude.
It's the confidence that I can't get over. Playing in that building,
amazing.
in that market, being an undersized guy, you have rival fan bases trying to chirp you all the time, and he's just fucking dumping points down people's throat.
I fucking love it.
It's insane. Quickly, let's touch on the UFC fight that happened in the NHL over the weekend. We had a little scrap. Things got a little chippy in that Carolina-Washington game. Jalen Chatfield and Connor McMichael dropped the gloves. Chatfield hip tosses Connor like a drunk trust fund dipshit out of a bar. No bucket. Looked pretty dangerous.
I said that if it was my team,
I have the only take on this.
if it was my team that I was watching and rooting for, I think caught up in the moment in the game, as a fan, I would have gone like this. As he tossed him, I would have gone, yeah, hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah. And then the second people started going, that was a little fucked up. I genuinely think I would have gone, actually, you're right. Sorry. Got caught up in the hype.
Yeah.
Thought it looked cool. But now that you bring it up, I do think that was a little unnecessary and dangerous.
Yeah.
And the second half of that is where I feel some Canes fans failed.
I think you would have done it faster. I think you'd have been like, oh, fuck yeah. And then as we were being like, oh, yeah, you'd have been like, that was kind of sketchy.
Yeah, whoa,
And I'm
dude.
like, yeah,
Why'd you
yes,
do
it
that?
was.
Yeah.
I quickly went to Twitter on it, and I said, love Chatfield, this was ass.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
Cheeks.
The amount of, there are two things that I'm here to call out. I'm not calling out Canes fans, because we give it to Canes fans sometimes, and ultimately at the end of the day, we love you. I'm calling out just fans, because this isn't a uniquely Canes fan thing. This is a fan thing. The two responses that not we got, but the world was getting the most was, that's hockey, baby. You don't like hockey? Go watch soccer.
Yeah.
Real original chirp, guys. And then the other one was, Tom Wilson did this against the Habs earlier this season. I don't want to sound like an elementary school teacher, but I don't care if someone else did it. I don't care. I certainly don't care if that other person's on this team. I wouldn't care if it was that person who it was done to.
Yeah, right.
It's a penalty. It's a bad, shitty, sketchy move to pull. Don't give a fuck if it's been done before. Yep. Murder's been done before.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Don't
Still
do
illegal.
it. Still don't do it. And the that's hockey. Here's the thing, dude. No, it's not. That's not a hockey play.
Yeah.
That's not a fight.
Yeah.
You are like, I was actually funny. I talked to Bieksa about it, and he was like, there's technically no rule against it. Like, once the gloves come off, anything goes. And I love that take from Bieksa from a standpoint of, I love that he has got that killer instinct mindset that's like, anything could happen in this fight. But I'm here to tell him as a friend, that doesn't mean anything should, dude. Like, I don't want you to feel that way. I don't want you to feel like someone could pull out a chair from the stands and smash it over your head just because it's not in the rule book. So it was sketchy as fuck. But again, Chatfield's not a dirty player. That's why I was like, I love the guy. Like, it's not a big deal. Sometimes shit happens. And those are the times where it's like, there was that play, I think Willie went to stick lift someone this season and whiffed and hit him right in the fucking face. And he was just like, fuck me. And I'm like, yeah, I love Wilson too. And sometimes you make a bad play, the wires cross, or you just go a little too far, and it's a penalty, and it's okay. But ultimately, dude, we can't be no Bucky hip-tossing guys with like a leg sweep.
Yeah.
And
It's the leverage.
yeah,
It's the
it's you got to be careful, dude. You got to be careful. All right, babes, I want to talk to you for one quick second. Coming from your resident fancy boy, you know that I love looking good, feeling good, and a huge part of that is smelling good. So I'm going to hook you up with one of the best deals going right now and talk to you about our friends at Guy Fawkes. Buying cologne sucks. Everyone knows that. It's such a process. You go to a department store or something like that, and you're getting blasted with all these different smells. You walk out smelling like a chemical plant, or you're buying blind online. You have no idea what it smells like. You just look at the description, and you cross your fingers, and you hope for the best. Everyone has that same bottle of cologne forever, and it's just such a nightmare. Guy Fawkes has taken all of those problems out for you and making it incredible. It's personalized. It's fantastic. Smelling good makes you feel good. Studies show, scientists have done the tests, 90% of women care about what a guy smells like. Boom. That's all you need to know. It's time to start smelling your best. Guy Fawkes is helping you do that. 2 friends started this company, and they have named all of these fragrances after their best friends. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. We need a DP scent. We need it. We're going to get it eventually. I rotate all the time. Right now, I got the Nelson. This Nelson smells like eucalyptus, sandalwood, and cedar. It's unbelievable. I smell like the best kinds of nature. I smell manly. It's beautiful. Absolutely loving this one. Rip it every morning, and I smell good all day long. Guy Fawkes loves empty netters. We love Guy Fawkes, so they're hooking you up right now. If you go to guyfawkes.com/netters, NETTERS, you're going to get free shipping and save $10 on your first order. You can get this unbelievable sample set like I've been talking about. They've got all of these different scents. You can try them out, see which one you like the best. Then you make your decision. You get the full bottle. You get hooked up. Guy Fawkes also has candles. They're making the whole house smell good. What more could you want? Go to guyfawkes.com/netters again. You're going to save money on your first order, $10 and free shipping, and you're going to be smelling your best and feeling your best. This is a no-brainer. Get to it right now. All right, we are beyond thrilled.
Oh, my God.
Beyond thrilled to welcome a new guest, a new member of the hockey fan community. Will Stevens of Trailer Park Sports Network, coming to us from Alabama, just lost power.
Dude, today, lost power today, and is in the chair.
And now he is here joining us on the Empty Netters pod. What the hell is up, my man? How are you?
Oh, survive in advance, isn't that what they say?
That's the season. 'Tis the season for surviving in
Right?
advance, dude. Yeah.
Dude, so
We made it.
you got to tell us about Trailer Park Sports Network, and then also how and when did hockey come into your ether, and when did you decide, okay, this is not something I can ignore, I need to become a fan?
Okay, so firstly, Trailer Park Sports Network is one of those things that was like, how have we gotten here? Because I was just making videos and just talking about things. The Olympics popped up. I had lost my job, and I made a video. And then some dude, you might know him, Rico Knowles, came in my comment section one time and was like, your trailer screams a life of karma. And I was like, well, that's a crazy thing to say to a 22-year-old. That's a crazy thing to say to a 22-year-old, right? Like, that, we could all agree that's an insane thing to say to someone who's 22. And I'm like, you know what? Oh, whatever. And I started blowing up, and I was like, wait, hold on. This dude just joked on me for my trailer like a month or so ago, and now I have this platform.
Yeah.
Trailer Park Sports Networks. I think that would just spite the hell out of him.
100%.
And it sure did. Yeah, it sure did.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's what you had to go with it. So you started the network. Do you have a favorite sport? What was the first thing that came to mind when you started doing it?
See, that's the weird thing. This started during the Olympics, so I was just covering like the most crazy of things, like speed climbing. You guys got to check out speed climbing. Like,
I'm gonna Google this later.
I'm telling you, man. Like speed climbing, you got to check.
Is
out.
that the one where they scale the wall and there's like the button at the top that they have to hit? Yeah, that shit is actually wild.
Yeah, it's electric, absolutely electrifying. I was watching the women's rugby. I saw Alona Mar. I saw her like stiff arms. She looked like Derrick Henry out there.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I'm dialed. I'm dialed in forever.
Yep.
I have the rugby pass and everything. Every single month I pay to watch rugby.
Yep.
But I was just covering random. I fit in like the gap between like the media and everything else.
That's perfect.
Yes, dude, and that's the sweet spot.
It's a good place to be.
That is a sweet spot.
So do you remember the first moment that hockey came across your radar and just captured your attention?
Four Nations.
Yes.
Come on, dude.
I mean, like, okay. Well, actually, it was a couple months before that. I forgot who it was. It was somebody on the Flames, like, jumped over somebody and hit a goal. And I saw that, and I was like, wait, this hockey thing is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's
But
interesting.
once Four Nations hit, and I saw a buddy just drop the gloves as soon as the puck dropped, I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, hold on.
Yep.
Hold on now. What are we doing here? And then you got another fight.
Yeah.
And then you had another fight, and I was like, wait, I'm dialed in.
Yep.
Because hockey players, they care.
Oh my
And
god.
like for me, I love the passion. I love when I can see that you care about your sport.
Yeah.
Now, whenever I watch hockey, I'm like, dude, you guys want to be here. You want to be on the ice. What they found out Ovi's only missed 35 games in his whole career. Dog, what?
Yeah. Load
Like,
load
dude,
management, dude.
I'm sitting here,
Fuck
like,
load management. Yeah.
You play an 82 game regular season, bro. You've missed 35 games in your career,
Guy broke his leg this season, dude.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
right?
Like literally broke his leg.
And I love too, Will, how you are getting into hockey, you're new to hockey. You watch the Four Nations tournament and you see that game and immediately, like, Will knew that was a moment, even without having any context. That goes to show how wild that was.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I was starstruck, and I was like, "Yep, this is what I'm doing for the rest of the year." Because like I'm a Cavs fan anyway, so
Okay.
the NBA isn't really something I enjoy for the most part. Like, hey, we're doing pretty good now.
I was gonna say, good season.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, we're a second round exit. I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna be a.
He's a
second
realist, dude.
Dude, yeah.
He's a realist. I knew I liked this guy. This is huge.
Like it hurts to say, but we're a second round exit. Like we're gonna finish one of the best records. Just the East is bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
If we're gonna be real, the East is just bad. That's why I like watching hockey, because like even though like the bottom of the league is definitely the bottom of the league, they try.
Yep. And dude,
That's true.
They try.
And
That's
when you get
true.
to playoffs, dude, those first rounds aren't a joke. Like 1 through 8 in the NBA is a joke. Like or 1v8 in the NHL, dude. That 8 seed can win. Like
Yeah.
any of those low seeds can win first round in a 7-game
For
series.
sure.
It's a tilt.
For sure.
Especially depending on who it is. Like I like hockey because you might just run out of gas.
Yeah.
Like you could have had like a great regular season and you could just run out of gas.
Yeah, it's a
100%
grind.
Just simply run out.
It's a grind.
Yeah.
So I know you're new. Do you have a team? Are you hitching your wagon to anybody, or are you just enjoying the
Man,
vibes right
I
now?
saw you in a Wings jersey.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, same.
I'm hitching myself to an Eastern Conference team and a Western Conference
Smart.
team. But until there's a box on the way with stuff in it of that main number 1 team, and as soon as that box gets here, I'll tell everybody.
Oh,
Who it is. Because I know you got King swag
for
too.
the most part, everybody knows my Western Conference team. I feel like most people know that one, but
Is the Western Conference team the one that the box hasn't arrived yet?
Yep.
Okay.
I feel like I know who I will. I think I know who I rock with for the East.
Wait.
It's between the Canes and the Wing. It's between the Canes and the Wings now.
Oh, so wait, it's not the Kings? Like, because I know you have Kings gear. Like, are we just dogging the Kings even though they already dapped you up?
They did, but they were never in my original list.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair.
Dude, you can't buy his love, dude. Like that.
No,
that's
like,
important.
I've been very upfront about that. You can't just send me merch and expect me to be a fan of the
Yeah,
team.
right.
I
Can't be
will
bought.
Support the team.
I like that.
I'll be
I
a
like that.
supporter.
I like that.
Dude, what was your? I saw you post. What was the checklist on what you need to support a team? Like you need good vibes, good front office. Like what was the list of requirements? Yeah.
I have a great, wonderful list of criteria here.
Yeah.
That's good to have,
And-
dude.
Dude, it's smart.
Like, this is
You
smart.
got to, some people got a little upset over my criteria, but it is what it is.
This might need to be.
It's all about the good vibes.
Yep.
The front office competency.
It's huge.
That's a big one.
It's
Dude,
huge.
That is massive.
Number 2, front office competency. Number 3 is the mascot energy. I really care. I need you to have a good
Yeah,
bat.
dude, you're right,
It's
you're
so
right.
important. The draft capital is number 4. That's also important.
Okay.
That shows more front office competency.
Okay, so Bruins are out.
Just a little bit more. Yeah. The current stars, even though some of the teams I'm looking at, the current stars, is
I mean, I feel the
they're
same way.
there.
Like you got to have someone to be excited about on the roster right off the
Right.
bat, for sure.
right. Oh yeah, and then coming in at number 6, you've got the sweaters. The sweaters matter.
I was wondering when you were gonna say that, dude. Yeah.
100%, dude. Like if you have the luxury of coming in fresh, not having a team and getting to pick,
Yeah.
you have to consider the fit. I mean, you're not going to be out here picking the worst sweaters in the league. No chance. No chance.
No. And then lastly, you've got fans. I need to have passionate fans.
Yeah. Okay. Of course. Of course.
I'm going to be honest, dude, and I think this is another reason why hockey is amazing. I don't, off the top of my head, I genuinely can't think of a fan base in the NHL that doesn't have pretty solid fans. Like, we deal with
Fair.
all of them. And I think the easy ones to say would be, like, Anaheim, San Jose, stuff like a lot of these West Coast teams. Dude, they bring it.
San Jose fans.
Oh,
go
yeah.
crazy.
So we talk it all the time, dude. Like, Ducks and Sharks
Big
fans
Sharks
online,
guy.
they're out of control, dude. It's amazing. So
It's so fun.
Can-
I like the Sharks fans.
okay, we don't want you to reveal it yet. We want you to wait for that unboxing reveal. But can you tell us, is the West Coast team about to be in playoffs or not?
Oh no, definitely not.
Okay.
They won't sniff the playoffs.
Okay. Interesting.
The Eastern Conference team, yes. The Eastern Conference team, yes.
Okay.
See, I like to have one team that sucks, just terrible. I get to watch them come up.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
you get to
another team
rise.
that's, middle of the pack
Yep.
ish.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to get in ground
in
floor.
baseball. Oh yeah, in baseball I'm a Braves fan because
Yes, right there. Yeah.
grew up down here, and then I'm an Angels fan because the Rocket City Trash Pandas are in my city.
Yeah. Oh, sick, dude. Fuck, that's awesome.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
Maybe the greatest name in
yeah,
semi-pro sports.
we
it's awesome.
we
So
stole
good.
that name. We do a charity little league thing out here, and the team's called the Trash Pandas because it's fucking awesome.
Dude, I love the Trash Pandas.
Yeah.
It's such a great name.
That's
It's
great.
It's one of the best names ever.
It's so
So
funny.
East Coast, you said Canes and Wings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
I had the Caps in there, but then I was like, Ovi not gonna be there long.
like true.
But they've got great young players. You got Ryan Leonard just joined. But I mean, listen, we love the Caps, but people would think you were a bandwagoner if you jumped in on the Caps right now.
Yeah.
We can't have that.
I'm a supporter because Nick Dowd is from Huntsville.
True,
That's where I'm
dude.
from.
That's big.
Hell yes, that's sick.
That's big. All
Yeah,
right,
so
you
you
get
gotta ride
you get
them
an
a little bit.
association fandom credit for that.
Yeah,
That's good.
That's it.
I'm
That's
surprised
good.
you like the Canes sweaters enough. Like the wing sweaters all time, but I'm surprised you like the Canes.
They're
sweaters
those black ones.
enough. Oh, fair.
with
Yeah, that
the-
one's sick.
The flag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those black ones are gas.
And Lil Wayne is a fan.
True. dude. Yeah,
Will, you're
Lil Wayne is a
Wheezy,
big Kane
Wheezy
guy.
F baby, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
Will's
that guy's
just
like
snapping
that.
around the love everywhere,
Yep.
dude. He sounds like me. I
mean,
like
yeah,
this, dude. You
I
got
like that a lot.
Favorite
You know,
teams
you just-
everywhere.
You gotta like find out like the little things about the teams. It's not about the stuff that everyone's in my DMs trying to tell me. I don't care about
Yeah.
those things. Like,
So are you born
Yeah.
and raised in Bama?
yeah,
Okay, so there is no, like, we've got no,
Yeah.
no hometown roots.
No,
here.
which is not. I thought when he said Canes and Wings, I was like, oh, he's going red. Because, well, are you
I mean, I guess we've got the Preds, but like, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I'm gonna be completely honest. Predators from Smashville just sounds so bad with no context.
That's true, dude. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous game to get into. And if you're talking to people
Oh,
down
dude.
south who don't really know about hockey and you're being like, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Predators, that's not great, dude. That's going to get you in trouble, bro.
That's so good, dude.
No, like same. It's the same thing with like the Oilers. It's and to me, the Oilers and the Predators. That's the Diddy Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
play
yeah.
each other.
Dangerous.
It's the Diddy Bowl.
Also dangerous, dude.
That's the Diddy
Also
Bowl.
dangerous.
Yeah, so it can't be them, dude.
Yeah.
It can't be them.
So,
Like, who would want to go to that game?
Nobody.
I mean, Diddy would love it.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
other than
right.
that,
Actually, there's a list of people that want to go to that game, and I need to see that
Yeah,
list.
yeah. We
I
need to
desperately
reveal
need
that
to
list.
see that list.
Someone release that list immediately, please. Okay, so don't tell us. We're gonna wait for that unboxing. But when that happens, you got to make sure to let us know because we need that whole fan base to know that
Correct.
they've got a new one and a
Yep.
good one.
Oh, they'll definitely know. I guarantee a majority of the fans they know.
They know
Okay.
already.
All right,
know.
good. I
They
like
figured
that.
it out.
So before we get into playoff picture, because I want to hear who you're liking, who you think have the best vibes going. Have you gotten on the ice yet?
Yes,
Have
dude.
we got you a pair of skates, and have you tried to wheel around?
No, I cannot ice skate.
Dude, well, this has to change.
I think we
this
can get
is
you
the
there,
next
dude.
step,
Yeah.
for sure.
I've thought about it, but then you remember, I'm from Alabama.
Yeah.
It's not like one of those like, oh yeah, let's go get on the ice.
Yeah, right. Where's he gonna do it?
True. But they've got to have a
Yeah.
sheet down there for sure, right? Like,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
look this up.
I think
Where are
we
you?
have a
You
rink
said you're in.
my
Are you in
city.
Huntsville right now?
Yeah, I think we have a rink in my city.
there you go. Like, there's definitely
like,
learn
I-
to skate going on
I mean,
there.
I would hope so.
Okay, dude. Okay, we got the Huntsville Ice Sports Center, which is on Lehman Ferry Road. Do you know where that is?
Oh yeah, it's down the street from the skate park.
Okay,
Boom.
dude. We
See?
now we're
Boom.
talking, bro. I think yeah. Oh yeah, dude. They got a good sheet here. They got free skate. Looks like they got like they even got like a disco night, dude. There's sick lights up there. This is the move, dude. Huntsville Ice Sports Center.
Okay, so here's the deal, Will. If we get one of our partners to get you a pair of wheels, and by that I mean skates, and they get sent to the trailer, you have to go get on the ice.
I will actually get on the ice.
There
Okay,
you go.
you got to send us your shoe
See,
size.
Yeah.
me and Josh will get on the ice. That's because I figure y'all have seen Josh in the video.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's a bit because his list is behind me.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
He's
Wait,
a-
this is his favorite team.
Yeah, this is Josh's top 5 right here.
That's fucking sick. Hold on.
He's a wild
Oh,
fan.
and
So-
Blues. He's on the Blues
So you got
train,
the
dude.
Wild,
Yep.
Blues, Canes, Wings, Stars, and at 0 he's got Ovi.
Yeah. Dude, Ovi's S tier, dude.
'Cause-
Yeah.
S tier.
Yeah.
I like
yeah,
it.
yeah. Ovi over everything.
Yeah.
Ovi over everything.
I
That
like
is
that a
sick.
lot,
Yeah.
actually. That's
When
huge.
Ovi retires, Josh gonna throw some on the grill.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit like that. And Josh, and we've only been hockey fans for 2 months, but like that's how much he likes Ovi.
Yeah, you guys are in it, bro. Like, this is huge.
Oh,
What a sick
We're all
time.
in.
What a sick time to get in and get that Ovi experience.
Yeah.
well, like we're kind of bored with basketball.
Dude, it's a bad product
For
now.
sure,
It's a
dude.
bad product.
And especially think about when they got into it during Four Nations when the NBA All-Star game was boring as shit.
Yep.
Four
Yep.
Nations was electric. Then we got Ovi chasing down Wayne. Like, these guys got in at the perfect time.
God damn.
This is
And
fantastic.
and they have passion. Like there's
Yeah.
a bunch of passion. We
Yep.
love to see it because like you can't be soft on the ice.
Correct.
You know why?
Facts. Big facts.
They're just gonna run through you. They're gonna run through you like shit through a pig.
Yeah.
It's damn tough.
Dude, I am so
Hey,
That's facts, dude.
I'm
That's
so
facts.
pumped, dude. I'm so pumped for the playoffs to start for you. We said this before we started recording, but I'm so pumped, dude, because it ratchets up 3 levels, dude. Like these guys putting everything on the line every other fucking night. Everybody's hurt. It's fucking chaos, dude.
Unbelievable.
Oh yeah, and the Stars are gonna manage to lose the Av.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Can you
Wow.
imagine?
All right,
that?
there's his
I-
first take. All right. So here's
It's
the
such
thing.
I feel like it's a bold take, but I back to what I was saying earlier, you might just run out of gas. I think the Stars are playing like so good, they're just gonna run out of gas.
Yeah,
Okay,
dude.
all right. Well, we're gonna work on getting you some skates, but yeah, let's get into. As a new fan, what are you seeing? Who do you like going into these playoffs? Who do you think is the best shot at a cup?
And who's a fraud, dude? Who's a fraud and is going to lose early?
Ooh, fraud? I don't know, but if I'm any fan base right now, right? I'm terrified of the Blues.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
You gotta be,
I'm
dude.
absolutely terrified. I don't know what it is. They April Fools the shit out of the Wings.
Yeah,
Man.
dude.
They were like, hey,
Bro.
you thought you had this one and just won in OT. I was just like,
Yep.
You know they're
Yeah,
on
it
to something,
sucks.
dude. They
Dude,
can't
I've
fucking
got
lose right
I've
now.
got bad news for you. I'm a big Wings lover too. The past couple of seasons has been a lot of that. We've been getting April Fools in March,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
February.
yeah, it
It's
fucking
tough.
sucks.
It's tough stuff right now.
yeah, I feel bad for you guys because you like I was just looked at the schedule and I was like, that's a gauntlet.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
I just
a
saw
gauntlet.
today there's a 93% chance of making the playoffs if the Wings win out.
If they win out,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, dude. How many games do they have left?
I think
But what
6 games.
what did the Habs have to do? Lose like 3 in a row?
like
Yeah,
yeah,
or do
yeah.
y'all
have- yeah.
They need to lose a lot. It's going to be tough for the Wings. All right,
I want
so
to see the Habs.
so
Me
you
too,
like
dude.
the Habs? Do you think they have a shot though?
No. Oh, not a shot in hell.
Okay, okay.
I don't. I like their like okay, passionate fan base.
Yep.
I think they have like really good energy right now. I think they get into the playoffs. Whoever they play round one, they're going to annoy the hell out of them.
So
they're not going to win
facts.
the series,
So facts.
but I think they're going to annoy the hell out of them. They're going to steal a game, at least the one.
Yep.
I
Dude, the
love
Bells
that.
Probably don't win the series.
I love that.
that
But they'll
rink is
steal
going
a
to be
game.
rocking, dude. It's going to be hard to win in Montreal.
Yeah,
that
it'll be
first
very
round.
hard to
Yeah,
win.
that's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like everyone says like the Bell Center is like one of the best places to watch a game. It's insane. The environment is one of the best environments in all of hockey. It's gonna be a
It's
pain in the
outrageous.
ass.
Have you been to a game yet?
I went to Preds Ducks.
Oh, sick.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
and also the Huntsville Havoc invited me to a game last weekend, so I've been to 2 games.
Let's go, dude.
Dude, we gotta get him a list of barns
Yeah,
and start calling in
sure.
favors. To
I
get-
am.
Yeah.
I'm like trying, if I can swing it. The LA Kings sent me a message. They were like, "Yo, we'd love to host you for one of our playoff games. You just gotta get here."
Bro,
Bro,
we're here. Hit us
Yeah,
up,
we're
dude.
in
We'll go
LA.
with you.
We do
Yeah.
stuff with them all the
Yeah.
time. We'll probably be at that
Yeah.
game, so we've got to figure that
So
out.
like I just gotta figure out how to get there.
Yeah, we need to. We need the
Yeah.
tornado to stop, dude.
Does the trailer have wheels, dude? What the fuck? Like, let's get this thing on the road.
Like, dude, if I had a new set of tires, I'd drive.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
All
a
right.
chuck though,
If I,
dude.
like
Fuck.
real spill. If I had a new set of tires, I would just drive.
Yeah.
Love it.
Turn it into like a content trip.
100%.
I'd find something to do.
Dude,
the
that
whole
actually
way.
Also,
epic.
you know what I love? Will, you got the itch, dude. I can
Yeah,
tell. Like you
yeah.
got the itch. You're in it right now.
Dude, which was it for playoffs? Did they say or regular season?
Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Dude, I feel like we could make this happen. Like we get on the phone with somebody and go, "Yo, get Will a flight."
Just get him out here.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like they already said that. Maybe we put some pressure on. We'll
yeah,
see.
yeah.
We'll see.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this, dude. Because we're coming with you. That
All
would be
right,
sick.
But give me. I like the Blues shout. I like being afraid of them. But if you had to pick two, give me a horse in the East and a horse in the West that you, if people are taking bets right now that
Yeah.
you think could win the cup.
With the way they're playing right now, I like the Canes.
Yeah.
It's. I feel like that's a crazy pick, right? I feel like that's a crazy pick just because they gave up Rantanen, but like they handled that trade really well to me. I feel like they play like really well as a team. They've got good energy, and I think depending on matchup, they can make it out of the East. It's a matchup thing for me.
Agree, because
And,
they're gonna have to
like,
get past the Caps.
I like the Caps,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yep.
but I think one of those younger teams, you take them to 7, they're gonna run out of gas.
Yeah. Dude, I like this. I like how he's on
Me
the fucking
too.
wear and tear on the boys. Dude,
He's
7
dude.
game
He's
series.
educated. He
Yeah, yeah.
he knows about the game. I love this. All right, and then who in the West?
This might be a crazy one, but I think it might be the Kings.
Oh, dude, that would fucking.
I think I just like just
on,
match
dude.
like it's another matchup one. It just depends on who they like matchup wise, who they get as they go. But I think they're getting hot at the right time. My thing is, they get that matchup with the Oilers first round,
Yeah.
like they continuously do.
Yes.
Man, it might not be very fun.
I think they
But
need
you
it.
gotta
But
get
at the
through
same
them, yeah.
time, right?
I think they need it.
I don't
think they need
I don't
to
think
get the monkey off their
McJesus and
back.
them are really. I don't think McJesus and them are all that this year.
And
Okay.
they seem a little hurt, dude. They seem a little
Okay.
slower. It's hard. They had that short summer. You know, I'm with you, bro. It does it's Skinner and
It's
goal
just-
hasn't
it
been
doesn't
playing
seem like
as
one
well.
of those years for them.
Yeah, tough to go back to the cup, dude. Very tough to go back to the
Yeah.
cup.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's why like I haven't said a thing about the Panthers.
Yeah, right.
You're not going back to back. This doesn't seem like the sport to go back to back.
Dude,
But
and
if you go back
also-
to back, like you're a super team.
Yeah.
Yes, correct, dude.
And it would be like, people forget sometimes it'd be 3 cup appearances in a row
Yeah.
too, let alone the back to back. Like that would be
Dude,
savage.
Will, what's your take on the Leafs, bro? Do you think the Leafs ever break their curse, or how you feel about Toronto?
They'll break their curse whenever they like reverse whatever they did to price out their fans.
Yeah, dude, you fucking
Love it, dude.
preach, bro. Yes.
Love it.
Like that's
Preach,
like
dude.
I feel like that's what it is. They'll never win because they priced out the actual. Maple
God
Leafs
damn,
fans.
dude, you just pumped up everybody so much that listening from Toronto.
The blue
God
collar
damn.
Toronto fans, dude, like they know. It's
So
true.
true, dude.
It's true.
'Cause people want to watch the games.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
What a fucking answer.
It's the same thing with the Rangers
Yep. It's all
and
corporate, dude.
like the Isles too.
all
Yeah.
corporate in those barns.
Okay.
Yeah. Like all those like big city teams.
Yeah,
those
yeah.
like major market teams. Yeah, no.
You mentioned
They
this
priced out the
earlier.
actual fans.
You mentioned this earlier, and I'm glad you did because you teased it, because this is the thing that I did need your take on, and I need the people to know. We're gonna be strict on you. You can't pick a bunch. Your top 5 jerseys in the league.
Ooh, man. Okay. No order, just like
That's
the
fine.
5 I like the most.
That's fine. No order is
All right.
fine.
I've got the Hawks are up there. I like the Hawks.
Great pick.
I like the Canes just because of that Whalers alternate and that black,
And the black
one
one,
with the 2
yeah.
flags on it. I like
Yeah,
that.
I'm allowing the alts in here. Yeah.
Yeah. Lightning.
Damn.
It's simple.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it's a simple one, but like I really like it.
Okay.
Like I like that blue. And like I can't say Maple Leafs just because like I'm a hater.
Yeah.
But,
So,
owning the hater
Yeah,
part
yeah.
makes that okay.
Yeah. So I just can't say it. Cause I have it. The Wings. Like I just
Wings
such a
is
fan.
fucking
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
I mean, it's
The
clean.
winged wheel, man.
Yeah.
Clean as hell.
Oh yeah, it's so clean. And the last one, Devils.
Ooh.
I like those black ones.
Yep. Also gas.
Yeah. I just can't go for the Devils because my friend Brian's a Devils fan.
Fuck Brian.
Yeah, fuck Brian, dude. Fuck
Like
outta
it's
here.
the same thing with like it's unfortunate, right? Like I can't go for the Devils, the Bruins, or Columbus because like all my friends
your boys,
go for
yeah.
all of those teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
You can't go for the same team as the boys.
No. You
Healthy-
got to have the
healthy
rivalry. You
yeah,
got to
I
have
like
the
it.
rivalry
I like it,
going.
I like
Yeah,
it, I
you
like
gotta be able to chirp with the boys.
So wait. You said it was Devils, Bruins, and Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
They're all East, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe you do got to go Canes, and then you're really cooking.
That all right, but to go
And
down
then they're
that,
gonna be even more mad.
yeah, it's so true. To go down that list, we got Blackhawks, we've got Bolts,
Yep.
we've got
Yep.
Devils, we've got Wings,
Canes.
and we've got Canes. Pretty solid.
Yep.
Great list.
Pretty solid.
I like incorporating the alt jerseys,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
That's a
You're
factor.
you're a red guy, I've noticed.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a Bama
Roll
fan?
Tide.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
yeah, we had a feeling. Is that Roll Tide?
Oh,
And
yeah.
then there you
Yeah.
go.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I do like the Kings alternates. I will say.
I mean, the
Dude,
Kings switching back to the Chevy logo,
Yeah.
the Gretzky Kings jerseys was the
and
greatest decision.
dude,
of all
and they
time.
sent him the
Just-
OG,
they're just
like they
beautiful.
sent him like the purple and gold jersey.
Oh,
dude.
damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has a sick.
That's
team.
right. Yeah, you
it
got
looks
the Lakers
nasty.
colors one. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Will, we got to keep you dialed. My last question for you is: do you think this continues? Like, are you in for good now?
Yeah.
Like, does hockey have you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge.
Like I'm gonna have to like it's one of those. I'm gonna have to take a trip to every single stadium.
Yep.
Like at some point.
Yep.
Like
I love that. I love that.
dude. I want to find out who has the best barn in hockey.
Yeah, correct, dude.
Well,
you have
but
to.
for myself, you
Yep.
know what I mean? Like everyone tells me it's like these three.
Yeah.
You know, everyone talks about Edmonton for whatever reason, which like, and then you have other people that come in there like, no, Edmonton sucks. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But like a lot of people say Toronto's up there, but if you priced out the actual
Correct.
fans, it's probably not that loud. The Bell Center is definitely on there.
Yeah.
Everyone says I got to go to the Bell Center.
Bell Center is goated.
Dude,
for
they
sure.
just know.
I
they
am
know
going to say,
hockey,
though,
yeah.
the one you've been to, Bridgestone, is fire. Like that, it's going to be.
If only they were good.
I
If only
do
were
know.
good
They
this year. I
fucked
feel
up
like
this year so bad.
They'll be back.
it-
They'll be
like-
back. They'll be back.
they lost to the Ducks, man. Like it was just not fun to. It was unfortunate.
Yeah, that is tough.
Yeah.
4-1.
Come on, dude.
Well, dude, Will, we. Yeah, poor Preds.
Yeah, it's awful.
Dude, we are so pumped to have you in the Netters family now because we're going to be chatting all through playoffs. And like I said, make sure to let us know when that West Coast team is revealed. But
Oh, yeah.
before we let you go, tell everyone where to find you, what you're working on right now, all the things that you've got cooking so people can follow along.
Oh yeah, Trailer Park Sports Network everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I think TPSN official on Twitter. I'm cooking up a lot. Trust me. Sometimes I just get bored and will find a new sport that other people just haven't watched, and I'll just cover that.
There you go.
Like, if you ever watch paddle, you gotta watch it. Or ski joring,
Wait, I
You
know
guys gotta
paddle.
watch
What's the
ski
what's the
joring.
other
Yeah,
one?
what the hell is ski joring?
dude. Ski joring, bro. It's like skiing meets rodeo,
No. Come on.
dude. Yeah, right.
You're telling me
you
like
gotta
people
tune in.
are roping shit on skis?
Nah. It's like they're being towed behind a horse on skis.
Oh shit! And
Yeah,
what?
and
And
they're
it's like a
like- they're
race, or they do jumps.
Yeah, it was like there's like a little course, and they're trying to collect these rings.
Yeah, of course
they're
they
going
are.
like mad fast. Yeah, it's awesome.
Are there any like gnarly crashes in that? Because that would get me.
Oh, for sure.
Sometimes,
for sure, dude.
like it's sometimes or like other times, like the horse will fall over because like they're running on snow.
Yeah.
Fucking
Because
horrifying.
it didn't register with me that like the horse could get hurt until like I was like, wait, they're running in snow.
Yeah.
Then I saw a horse like fall over, and I was like,
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I fully understood like the skier.
Yeah.
Ski at your own risk.
Yeah. But like the horse, I was like, man.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
Yeah, like that would make me feel
That's
bad.
gnarly. Yeah.
I was like, dang, man. But
Oh
hey, I love sports, big sports guy.
Yeah, there you go. Dude. You're shining a light on all the unknown sports. I love
amazing.
that. Shout out speed
it could-
climbing.
Yep. Yeah. Shout
Oh,
out
yeah,
speed
dude,
climbing.
Big speed climbing guy.
I love it. All right,
Yeah.
well, Will, dude, thank you so much for popping on. Like you said, Trailer Park Sports Network. Find him everywhere, and we're going to be dragging you along, dude. 'cause
You're
this
a regular for all playoffs, dude.
Yeah,
You're coming
this
back
is,
on
we're,
all
we're in
playoffs.
it
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, we're here.
Hell yeah, bro. We can't wait to see you next time, and thank you again for jumping on with us, dude.
Of course, I appreciate you for letting me come on.
Hell yeah. Let's take it away from the NHL, and Wags, do us our favorite weekly tradition and take us into a beer league hotline.
In my C division, the league is evenly matched except for one team. They have a handful of drafted guys, pro Europe guys, and junior guys. They obviously finished the season 17-0, and we had the pleasure of facing them first in our playoff round robin. We chose to forfeit the game, resulting in a 0-0 final, but they get the credit for 2 points. We chose to forfeit because it helps our goal diff for tiebreak purposes. We probably would have lost 9-1. We get 2 free pitchers at the bar for any game you have a shutout and go penalty free. And they're butthurt they didn't get to play and have their usual point night. Is the auto forfeit a greasy move, or fair is fair and they should find another division to play in?
Oh, dude, I love one part of this so much.
I think I love multiple parts of it. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yep.
A lot of things here. First and foremost, we can all universally agree. Fuck this team.
Dude, if there are literally NHL drafted guys, which is I think what he means.
Yeah. I don't
If
even
they're
need you to
literally-
have played. I don't need you to have gotten your cup of coffee. If you were drafted and you were playing in a C league, beer league,
Fucking
and you
shame
were
on
you were not over 60 years old,
Yeah, true.
you are a fucking loser.
Lehu Seher. Dude, go up. That's goes without saying.
Horrendous behavior.
Yep.
Horrendous. So, fuck you guys, first and foremost. Second, phenomenal move. Absolutely phenomenal move with this forfeit. It shows creativity. It shows foresight. Shows craftiness. I love it. I love it because not only are you helping your goal diff, you're hurting their mood with the going for point nights. The one thing I don't love here is the 2 pitchers. You can't be forfeiting and technically getting a shutout and getting 2 free pitchers of beer.
Dude.
And no. You can't. You cannot. That is greasy. That is the only greasy move, unless you give one of the pitchers to the refs.
Okay. Well, yeah, the refs, hopefully the forfeit is called in early enough that the refs don't even come. You know, because usually that's kind of how it works when you're like, hey, we can't make it. We're not going to field the team. Hopefully they give the refs the night off. Dude, that was my favorite part. You just hated my favorite part.
Dude, it's greasy.
You get, well, I guess this was my favorite part, that the rink gives out one free pitcher if you get a shutout and one free pitcher if you go penalty-free game. And then if you did both, you get two.
Super cool move by the rink.
Super cool move. Dude.
But you got to be on top of forfeits.
Yeah, okay, so that was really the loophole there. But I was
like, I can't believe that's
0-0.
Who's keeping track of that? Like,
you show them the scorecard, dude. 0-0. 0-0, no penalties. Boom. Dude, that is.
You telling me it doesn't say forfeit anywhere on that scorecard?
That is an all-time move by the rink, and I hear you that if they started to crack down on forfeits, I wouldn't be mad at the rink. I would not.
Yeah.
Because I'd say that's fair. But, dude, their reasoning, since that's not the case, since that rule hasn't been changed, and they know that if we forfeit, we get 2 free pitchers, then I think it's fucking no-brainer, and I love that it's part of their argument. I am dying, though, Dan, at them showing up. Like, they forfeit, but go to the rink.
They had a surprise Phantoms night, dude. They had a surprise fan. I love that move.
Oh, dude, they go to the rink. Do you think the round robin? No, it couldn't be.
You know what I would have done? And this is, talk about greasy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have forfeit until puck drop.
The other team shows up.
Yeah, I would have made them show up, and I would have walked out in my street clothes. The second the gate opened after the Zam got off, I would have walked out in my street clothes, walked right to the scorer's table and gone, forfeit.
Yeah.
And looked right at them and gone. And walked up to the bar and cheers them.
And dude, they get 2 free pitchers too. Maybe they bail and you get theirs. Maybe they're so pissed they go home.
Now you got 4
and you
pitchers.
go boom, 4 pitchers. And the guy's going to get their point 9. The thing that sucks is this team will win anyway, because like.
Yeah, but that's what you just can't make it all fun and games for them. You got to hurt them on the way, and that's what you've done here. You've hurt their morale. I hope that's why I said I would have showed up and not told them till the lesson, because you got to hurt their time. Dude.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them misses a birth.
Yeah. For the
sounds like the type of guy who would skip his potential, the birth of his potential child to go and get a point night, and now you missed it, bitch.
What do you think about playoff round robin? I actually really dig it.
I dig it too. I think it's.
Because I just think in beer leagues, sometimes really good teams have bad attendance, so they end up being a low seed, and then you're like, oh shit, we caught them in the first round. Yeah. They're the fucking best team.
Yeah, I love it.
So it's just like, hey, whoever makes playoffs, we're round robining. So there's no more fucking bullshit seeding because you weren't there.
Yeah, it eliminates the chance of an upset.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer, but it also eliminates those, like, you know, maybe the best team has shit attendance all year and they're a low seed, and then they motherfuck someone who had a great season. Like, that sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of into that.
I like it.
Do you think they round robin into a final, or is it just round robin whoever has the most points?
It's got to be into a final.
Yeah.
It's 4 nations.
That's why you help your group. That's why you help your goal diff to try to get back into the final to lose to them 9-1.
I mean, listen, dude, here's the deal. I love all of this. I think it's sneaky in the best way. Like I said, I appreciate the foresight.
Same.
But you're getting 2 pitchers of Labatt Blue for a forfeit. I got a problem with that. I've got a slight problem.
Not me.
Just share it. Share it.
God, so sick.
All right, now we're going to get into another odds matching with BetMGM, and we're just doing things.
Yeah, this one is to win your conference, but it's some East and West.
Odds to win your conference. We're doing both East and West teams. Wags, hit us with the teams. Hit us with the odds.
Panthers to win the East.
Okay.
Hurricanes to win the East. Avalanche to win the West. Knights to win the West. Maple Leafs to win the East.
Okay.
And odds out of order are plus 450, plus 550, plus 400, plus 300, and plus 500.
So we've got Cats, Canes, Avs, Knights, Leafs. Right off the bat, these are all pluses, right?
Yes.
Right off the bat, I think plus 300 has got to be the Leafs.
You think they're the favorite to win the Eastern Conference?
Well, I think. Oh wait, Canes.
No, but I hear you actually.
I'm just saying, like, they're
the best
better
team.
than the Panthers.
Yeah.
Like they're They're certainly not the favorite, but of these listed, I think they've probably got the best shot.
Okay, I like that. Leafs to win 300.
Like the Canes are
Well,
lower
I
than
would
the Leafs.
I would say the Avs winning the West would be.
But actually, this is a good point because they're so far behind Washington, the Leafs.
But this is playoffs, right? Like this isn't to win, to have the best record in the East.
That's what I thought it was.
So when we said to win their conference,
We didn't say conference, or yeah.
we did.
but like we didn't say the conference championship. We just said win their conference by points.
No,
The by points wasn't said,
Yeah.
but we never said championship.
Yep.
You got to be fucking clear, dude.
that's exactly how you say that. To who won the East is whoever won the Eastern Conference.
I need clarity, dude. This shit is so complicated.
There is literally no award. There is not even a thing that could mean other than winning the conference championship.
There is when you think in points. Is all I'm saying.
Yep.
We're doing to come out of the East. That's a better way to say it. We're winning to win the Eastern Conference Championship. That's a better one. That is what we're doing now. So, who has the best shot?
The Leafs.
The Avs. Who is going to go to the Cup?
The Avs. 300 on the Avs.
Hundo P for me. I think after that, I like the Cats or the Knights.
The Cats are horrible right now.
Don't care, dude. This is Vegas going, oh, yeah, they're horrible right now. They don't have Matthew Tkachuk in the lineup.
Yeah.
He's going to be back for playoffs.
Yep.
They just won the Cup last year.
Yeah, which is hard.
Not for this team.
Okay, so you want them 400?
I kind of
I
like
almost want Vegas.
the Knights. I like the Knights 400. And then I like the Cats 450. And then I like the Canes 500. And I like...
You like Leafs last.
Yes, dude. It's the fucking Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, this is another one really bad take from Vegas, if that's correct. It's just because the bets are coming in the other way.
Yeah.
I feel like we got to balance this out, but
Yeah.
people are not aware. Okay,
You like this?
not really.
Well, you just let me run amok there. What would
Yeah,
you change?
sure did.
What would you change? You agreed with Avs and Knights.
Yeah. I mean, the Leafs being last is a tragedy.
Let's change it then.
No, but it might be right because of your logic. Like, I actually think you might be right with Vegas being like, it's the Leafs.
But it might be right because of your logic. Let's combine our logic.
I wouldn't go that much higher, though. Maybe just swap them with Canes.
Okay. We're going to do burying the Canes yet again. Fucking horrendous. All right, Wags. Avs plus 300, Knights plus 400, Panthers plus 450, Leafs plus 500, Canes plus 550.
You got none of them right.
Look at that. Look at that. All right.
Okay, go back to Leafs last. Go back to Leafs last. Fuck
Or,
the Leafs, dude.
or,
No. Don't
or
even fucking think about it, dude.
do we go Leafs best chances? Leafs 300.
No.
Okay.
Put them last first. I want to die on that hill
Okay.
first. And then if this is wrong, they are going to 300.
Knights are going to go 300.
Okay?
Then,
I will not go lower than 400 for the Avs. Like, it would be fucking insane.
all right, so 400 Avs. I completely agree with that. And then we've got to go, I think, 500 for the Cats
Because they're bad.
and
Canes
450.
Can't respect Canes.
Yeah. Okay, so Knights 300, Avs 400, Canes 450, Panthers 500, Leafs 550.
You got three of them right.
Ooh!
You got the Canes to win the East at 450,
Okay,
Avs to win the West at 400.
come on.
And the Leafs to win the East at 5.
Yeah, dead last, dude.
So they've got the Panthers' best odds, Chris. And look who said I was dumb. Oh, the Panthers. Oh, no.
Dude. No, you said Avs were better, dude. Once we sorted
That's
it out,
true,
you said
but I
Avs.
had the Panthers way up there, and
Yep.
you were like, that's crazy. Wow, so the
Canes
Knights,
over Knights.
they don't believe in the Knights. That is wild.
That's insane. So, yeah, final answer. Cats 300, Avs 400, Canes 450, Knights 500, Leafs 550.
The run of DP not understanding how this game works
Continues.
continues. It's not a bit. I'm being serious. And Vegas believes in the Panthers, a repeat, and they believe in the Avs.
They repeat going to the cup at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Well, I mean, when you look at that logic, they think that they have a better chance of winning the cup over the Knights
Well, no, I
and
would
the
say
Avs.
it's harder to win the West.
Yeah, good point. That's
You
what
know?
they're saying. That's what they're saying.
And there's
Like
a-
I said, I
there's a
don't get this
Dallas
shit.
lurking.
All right, let's get into a little blind ranking brought to you by our friends at Bauer, our
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
friends.
Our favorite friends, dude. We love the Bauer crew. We love blind rankings. When we combine them, only magic can happen.
We are going to blind rank Bauer Twigs.
Yep.
And we are excluding the Twitch because it is a stick brought to you from space. It's the best stick ever made. It doesn't count.
It would be so stupid to put it in here because it's an automatic one, and I'd be holding the one spot for the Twitch, so it would just throw the whole thing off. The Twitch is the GOAT. Everything else on the table, Bauer Twigs, blind ranking.
Here we go. Wags, hit us with a blind ranking of Bauer Twigs.
The Total One Supreme.
Okay, dude. He goes into his bag early. Into his bag early, Dan. Throwing it way back, and I think the youngins aren't even going to like this stick that much.
I don't love this stick that much either.
Really?
And I'm a Supreme guy.
I know.
But the one Supreme, I didn't love its look. There was kind of a lighter, I think it was maybe like the grip tack version, but it was a lighter color. There was too much going on. It wasn't high up there for me. I'm going 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
No.
Sure am.
No. That's unacceptable. But I will go. And dude, you are wrong because you are a Supreme guy, and that's a factor. That's a part of it you're ignoring. I will hear a 4. I don't even want to go that low, but I will hear a 4. But it has to be a 4.
What do you think is a 5?
There's another line of sticks
I'm thinking the vape.
that are worse.
But you're a vapor guy.
No, I'm not.
You're the biggest vapor guy I know.
That is
You literally have vapor skates as we speak.
I've literally had Supreme skates my entire life until you got me these skates for Christmas. We walked into the Pure Hockey and I said, "Can I have the Supremes?" And they said, "We're out of stock in your size." And it was Christmas, and I
You
said,
have
"Fine, give me the Vapors."
literally always been a vapor guy.
Dude, you had vapors.
They're-
You literally
they're-
forget.
they're
You're mixing
Supre-
up our childhood.
My Supremes are behind you, fool.
You're mixing
I'm
up our
looking
childhood.
at them.
The skates you had before your current skates were Vapors.
They were not.
Yeah, they were.
No, they were not.
I'll show you the skates
They
in
were
our house.
195s.
I've had Supremes literally my whole life. This is the first pair of Vapors I've ever owned, and it was only because the Supremes were out of stock, and you were witnessed it that happen.
This is embarrassing for you. The people can see my Supremes
Well, you were there. You literally were there.
when you got vapors. Okay, 4 for you.
4, if you'll give it to me.
Sure.
The Vapor Hyperlight.
Okay.
Tricky one here because the Hyperlight is actually solid. Didn't you just get one?
I have a
Yeah,
vapor
yeah.
hyperlight. I don't, and when I say I don't love, this is how I
You're
feel.
picking nits. Dude.
Yeah, picking nits. I think the hyperlight is sick, and I love that down by the blade it tapers off. It gets like oval shaped.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
nasty.
yeah.
Definitely a 3 for me, but I can't go higher than that.
I think you're right. I'm trying to figure out if I could it be a 2.
No, it couldn't. It's I'm so certain of that.
Okay,
I would even go 5.
Me too, dude.
To like
I just
keep
went from 2 to 5.
to keep 3, 2, 1 available.
I just went from 3 to 5. From 2 to 5.
I mean, you're a vapor man himself is sewering vapor. So why don't you just stay on the train here and put it 5 if you want?
5. No, let's go 3.
Okay, we're going
Let's
3.
go 3.
The Nexus 2N Pro.
Hard for me not to go 1 here.
Yeah, me too.
Hard for me not to go 1 here. I love a blue. I love a blue.
I love this stick.
Dude, I love a blue.
I love the Nexus just in general.
My first Nexus, I had a Stealth that I was still using from college, broke it before our beer league championship in Van Nuys, bought the Nexus in the pro shop, played. Do you remember that?
Yep.
That was my first Nexus, won a ship. Hard for me not to go 1 here.
I think we have 5 left over.
We'd have 5 and 2 left.
We should have put the vapor at 5.
I know.
I want to go 2 here. There are 2 goats for me. There are two goats sitting, waiting in the wings. One of them you're going to hate, but
I know.
it was goated. I want to go 2, and I'm going to take it because I gave you 4.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
2.
Fair deal. 2. This is a horrible decision. 2.
The 195.
1.
So sick.
The 195 was goated, dude.
So sick.
It had that checkerboard texture, and you
So
could feel
sick.
it in your fingertips
Oh my
while you were
God,
using
dude.
it.
That's awesome.
The 195 was fucking so elite.
Sick. I'm worried now what's about to happen to us, but no regrets, dude, because the Nexus 2N and the 195 I'll live with all day.
That 1-2 punch,
Yep.
dude, I'll take it all
I'll live
day.
with that all
right,
day.
Give
me
us
my
our 5.
Nexus Sync.
It's a good stick.
Yeah, it's a Nexus, but it's not my Nexus of choice.
It's a good stick. Pasta loves that stick. Pasta loves that stick. It does the thing, you know, the like the triangle, like the axe. It's a good stick.
It's a great stick.
Shouldn't be 5.
Shouldn't be 5.
Shouldn't be 5.
Shouldn't be 5. But
Honestly, maybe you were right to start, Dan. You might have been right from the very
yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
You might have been right from the very beginning.
I sure might have. But hey, we have a good one too.
We have a great.
We have a
great
good one, too.
The 1-2 we wanted.
Yes, exactly. We have a good one too. We also have a great episode. That wraps it up for us. We've got some really fun interviews coming up for you guys. And like we keep saying, playoffs is right around the corner. So make sure you get loose, make sure you get laser focused, and make sure while you are preparing for these playoffs, you always remember one thing.
Skate hard.